on your dial all day, every day. Eagle 102 KJFM Radio.
High school basketball is on the air. Eagle 102 sports coverage of high school hoops is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Bank of Louisiana, Calumet of Missouri, Eolia Landscaping Supply, Hankey Construction, Bowling Green Chevrolet, the Bib Beach Funeral Homes LLC and Collier Funeral Home, Cellular and Satellite Center, Bowling Green Tractor, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Community State Banks of Missouri, Kathy Clean, JD Tire and Auto, Meyer Implement Company, By County Market in Louisiana, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Quiver River Electric Cooperative, the Bowling Green Insurance Agency, Family Drug, Ingram Plumbing, the Air Evac Life Team, Liggins Flooring, Bowling Green Pharmacy, by Old Tops Pawn Shop, Midwest Pest Professionals, Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, by State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, Outlaw Lawn and Landscaping, Pam Todd Watts Realty, People's Bank and Trust, Young Enterprises Incorporated, All Parts, by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Oak Ford in Bowling Green, Spring Hollow Coffee, the Mercantile Bank of Louisiana, Mike's Tire Service, and by Pike County Memorial Hospital. Now, KJFM Radio presents coverage of high school basketball on your area sports leader, Eagle 102.
And welcome to Bowling Green High School. Mark Vronick, Jim Ross getting ready for an EMO battle tonight. It's ugly sweater night here at Bowling Green, and we've got some doozies in the stands, and I'm sure the crowd will just get bigger and the sweaters uglier as we go on tonight. But let's talk about Bowling Green and Mark Twain. That's the matchup. We'll discuss it when we come back on the Eagle 102 pregame show.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Family Drug in Louisiana and the Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. If you're new in town, come get acquainted. If you're one of our regulars, thank you. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Family Drug, 3rd in Georgia in Louisiana, and the Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom Checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of their mobile and online banking services, like mobile check deposit, text banking, and online bill pay. Bank on your own terms with Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana. Stop by either Bank of Louisiana location today for more details or to open an account. Bank of Louisiana, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Home data rates may apply. Check with your carrier for details. Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana.
Hi, folks. This is Eric Schaefer. With sports season upon us, be treated like the pros. If your athlete has experienced an injury during a game or practice, let our experienced sports medicine team at Pike County Memorial Hospital Physiotherapy Department get them back to play. We have 2 locations to better serve our community. Pike County Memorial Hospital Physiotherapy and Sports Medicine in Louisiana and Bowling Green. Pike County Memorial Hospital. Community owned, nationally known.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And we're getting ready for a doubleheader tonight. Bowling Green hosting Mark Twain here at Bowling Green High School. I think this is the final night before Christmas break as far as basketball is concerned. I know they get out at 12:30 tomorrow here at Bowling Green. So the year winding down as far as the first half of the season goes here in high school hoops.
Yeah, and it's somewhat ironic in that they call it the first half, but really the team's played 25 games on the season, and Bowling Green, for instance, has only played 6 so far. So really we're about a quarter away through the season and a whole lot of basketball to go. As everyone knows, tournament time will pick up right off the bat after Christmas, and then it's full bore until the finals in Springfield.
And that seems like a light schedule. I mean, there's been a lot of games played. We've been out more than 6 nights already this year.
Yeah.
But it's weird how different teams attack that schedule.
Yeah, a lot of teams, in fact, some teams had played only 1 game for instance, or before Thanksgiving, and you used to have a Monday, Tuesday game before Thanksgiving, and then right after. Of course, with the tournament set up now at Montgomery County, that's kind of changed things. Of course, Montgomery County's been going for quite some time,
Mm-hmm.
but I think they changed that tournament date, moved it closer to Thanksgiving back probably 10 years ago, because I know when I was refereeing over there, it was a little bit later. In fact, I think it was the same week as the Monroe City tournament, going back probably 10 years. So that's made the schedules change, and of course, the conference schedule has a lot to do with it. I don't think the schools really have a whole lot of say in the conference schedule, so they kind of have to live by whatever they're given. And as the conferences grow, then they end up having to push some of those conference games into the pre-Christmas schedule, which is what we're seeing here tonight. And we've had actually a couple of conference games already this year.
This 4 games going on tonight here in the complex. The JV's going on down the hall in the middle school gym. Does that change how you do anything coaching wise?
Well, yeah, and I'm no fan of it at all from the spectator side of it. If you've got let's say you've got a freshman and a freshman boy and a senior girl, you got to decide where you're going to go watch the game tonight, because the JV boys will be playing at the same time the varsity girls are. The other side of the coin is it splits your coaching staffs up in. You got to be in one gym. Is the timing? How are the timings of the games? Are they over at the same time? You get into all the logistics of it as well. I don't know that it really changes a whole lot in terms of personnel, because you know what you're going to do with your younger kids in terms of quarters for the JV game, and if you're going to play them a couple of quarters, you're going to play them in the first 2 quarters of the JV game to make sure they're here for the start of the varsity game.
Coach Craig Smith, that is a fantastic suit that he's wearing tonight.
I hope the folks that are watching online, you and I mentioned it. You wear something like that, you better win.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk more about that when we get our keys to the game after this on Eagle 102.
It's the holidays and the end of another great year.
And at Bowling Green Chevrolet, we've saved the best for last. It's GM employee pricing plus for everyone. You heard me right. You pay what we pay, not a penny more.
What's the plus?
Only at Bowling Green Chevrolet, we'll give you free maintenance for 2 years.
Keep going.
Plus, no payments until spring of 2020.
Wow!
So wrap up your year with a new vehicle. Just go to bowlinggreenchevy.com and we'll even put a bow on it. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from our family to yours. Find new roads this season at Bowling Green Chevrolet.
Where you'll always feel at home.
See dealer for details.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Family Drug in Louisiana and the Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. If you're new in town, come get acquainted. If you're one of our regulars, thank you. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Family Drug, 3rd in Georgia in Louisiana, and the Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Hi, this is Kelsey Henderson, RN Case Manager for Pike County Home Health. Pike County Home Health offers a variety of services from skilled nursing to rehabilitation therapies. Home health is covered 100% by Medicare, and we accept most forms of insurance. Our caregivers work with your doctor and design a plan of care specifically for your needs and abilities. Our goal is to help you take control of your treatment, prevent future declines in your health, and improve your safety at home. If you have any questions or home health needs, please contact us at 573-324-2111 or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Outlaw Lawn and Landscaping, Young Enterprises Incorporated, Crossroads General Store, and the Twin Pike Family YMCA.
Our keys to the game for tonight, Bowling Green has to find some scoring. They really struggled the first couple of times we've seen them this year. They've got to find a way to get some points on the board.
Absolutely. They lost their top 2 scorers from last year's club, and we talked about it at the first game of the year when we had them against Hannibal. There are definitely some new roles being defined in this first quarter of the season, or third of the season, if you will. And they need to find it, because they have struggled. I mean, they have struggled. The 2 wins that they have so far, they're 2-4 on the season against Wright City and Solix. And so they're really searching for an identity right now. And, of course, the hope is that they find some of that tonight and then build on it going into the second part of the season.
And then on the other side, we haven't seen Coach Matt Boswell's club yet, the Mark Twain Lady Tigers, but there's some familiar names out there. You always got to look out for a player like Mackenzie Ogle.
Yeah, for sure. And another thing that they've done at Mark Twain is Adria Palmer's the assistant coach, who was a former head coach at Mark Twain for a number of years and had some decent clubs. So, yeah, the combination, the familiarity of her, you mentioned the Ogle girl, she had older sisters that played and are probably familiar with Adria's style. And so that's going to actually help the transition of the new coach at Mark Twain. They're 3-4 on the season. Again, they don't have any stellar wins on their schedule. They beat Marion County twice, and then they got a forfeit game from Louisiana in the Monroe City tournament. When Louisiana had some injuries and couldn't field the team.
The old 1-0 win.
Right, yeah. Their losses are against Palmyra, Monroe City, Paris, and South Shelby, all four pretty good clubs. So they have seen some good competition, as has Bowling Green. So both of these teams trying to figure it out, and we'll see how they do here on the final game of the first half pre-Christmas season.
Looks like they're going to go about 5 minutes early here, so let's go right into our starting lineups for tonight's game. Actually, they're going to play the national anthem, so we'll get the starting lineups after this on Eagle 102.
Hello, everyone. This is Mark Gooden from Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy. On behalf of the officers, directors, and staff, we would like to extend our holiday greetings. May the warmth and cheer of the holiday season keep you and your loved ones safe and healthy. We sincerely appreciate your business and look forward to serving you in the new year. Merry Christmas from Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown bank since 1887. Member FDIC.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green. We've got something for everybody's budget. Everything from $1,000 all the way up to $35,000. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. If you're looking for a particular vehicle and you don't see it on the lot or the website, let me know, and I'll do my best to find it for you. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Family Drug in Louisiana and the Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. If you're new in town, come get acquainted. If you're one of our regulars, thank you. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Family Drug, 3rd in Georgia in Louisiana, and the Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
And your starting lineups for tonight's ball game for the Mark Twain Lady Tigers. They're coached by Matt Boswell. They'll start a 5'8 junior, number 3, Emma Ross. A senior at 5'8", number 10, Mackenzie Ogle. Number 15, a 5'9 senior, Autumn Arndt. Number 24, a 5'2 junior, Elizabeth Trower. And a 6' sophomore, number 30, Anna Echternacht. So again, it's Ross, Ogle, Arndt, Trower, and Echternacht.
Did you practice that one today?
I heard him say it once. I had to get through it.
I'm glad it's you, not me.
And for Bowling Green, they'll start a 5'9 senior, number 11, Madeline Norton. Number 22, a 6' senior, Kinley Charlton. A senior at 5'11", number 25, Morgan Billings. A senior at 6 foot, number 32, Liv Niemeyer. And a freshman at 5'11", number 33, Gracie Dieters gets the start tonight. So again, for Bowling Green, it's Norton, Charlton, Billings, Niemeyer, and Dieters. Those are your starters for tonight's ball game.
Craig Smith, the head coach, and you mentioned his attire before we went to break. It's ugly sweater night here at Bowling Green High School, and he went full throttle with the ugliness.
Yeah, he went ugly suit, yeah. And it is head to toe.
Including the tie.
Christmas, yeah.
And as we said, you've got to win. If you wear that, you've got to win.
Kinley Charlton going to jump center against Echternacht. It's easier to say Echternacht by itself.
There you go.
You throw the Anna in there, and it's one syllable or two syllables too much. And the ball is up. It's one back to Dieters, and Bowling Green has the opening toss. Almost a travel on Madeline Norton. And she'll set the offense to Dieters on the far point. Hands it off for Liv Niemeyer. Niemeyer to the near side for Norton. Norton to the free throw line, cuts through the lane, shot off the glass, no good. Rebound, Bowling Green. Now it's tied up, and it's going to go the other way. Mark Twain has it on the alternating arrow.
Mark Twain came out in a man-to-man defense. Norton got a good look, just couldn't convert.
With it in the backcourt is Trower. She'll dribble across the court into the offensive end. Goes coast to coast, way too hard off the glass, and the rebound knocked out to Dieters. Here comes Gracie. Kicks it off to the near side for Norton. Her shot, a little short. Rebound, partially blocked, and coming away with it this time is Echternacht. Now to Autumn Arndt. She slows down at the center circle, comes to the near side with a long pass to Trower. Trower works it inside, kicks it back out to Trower. She'll try the three. The line was good. The ball was short, and it goes out of bounds off a Mark Twain player back to Bowling Green.
Well, we talked about the struggles for Bowling Green on the offensive end. Mark Twain would seem to have similar struggles.
Hit that weight room. Get that shot a little bit longer. Bowling Green back on offense. Pass tipped. Dieters with it. Comes back to the near side for Norton. And she'll take it back between the circles. Norton trying to find somebody. Drops it off baseline. That shot high arcing by Niemeyer. Over everything, saved in, but back to Ogle for the Mark Twain Lady Tigers. Autumn Arndt over to the far side for Elizabeth Trower. Trower drops it down to Echternacht. Her shot off the glass is no good, and the rebound pulled down this time by Morgan Billings.
So we've played 2 minutes in this game and still have not seen a bucket in or ball go through the basket.
With it is Charlton. She'll hand it back to Norton. She'll reset the offense. Things were a little discombobulated there for a second. Over to the far side. Taking it to the middle is Billings. Back up top now for Niemeyer. Niemeyer drops it down low to Dieters. She runs into traffic, but Bowling Green able to save. Now it's stolen by Emma Ross. Any relation?
Don't believe so.
That shot off the glass in transition is good for number 15, Autumn Arndt, and we finally have a score. It's 2-0.
Well, that's what both these teams want to do. You have trouble shooting it from the outside, you got to get it to the rim, and that's exactly what Arndt did that trip down.
Long three from Dieters, a little short, and the rebound pulled down by Niemeyer for Bowling Green. She'll kick it back to Norton, and they'll reset. To the near side again for Morgan Billings. Billings drops it over to the far side now and back up to Norton. Norton for Billings. Billings over to Dieters. Dieters gives it to Niemeyer. She's going to try and find a shot. Instead, she passes it down low, and it's intercepted.
Second turnover of the game for Bowling Green.
Trower gives it up for Ogle on the far point. Back to Trower. Now near side for Arndt. Up top again for Mackenzie Ogle. Ogle to Arndt. Back to Ogle. Playing catch at the point as Bowling Green finally puts a player out high. Arndt through a little bit of traffic back near the center circle to the near side for Ogle. No one too quick on offense so far. They're trying to find their shot. That one hits the bottom of the backboard and picked up by Niemeyer for Bowling Green, and here come the Lady Cats over to the far side for Dieters.
It becomes a mental thing.
Her floater in and out, no good. Echternacht the rebound. Anna hands it off for Autumn Arndt. Pass almost stolen by Norton. No reset again. And a foul going to be whistled on Madeline Norton.
I was about to say it's been a clean quarter so far, and Maddie made sure to take care of that. Got to speed this game up somehow with some aggressive play, and that's part of it.
First foul for either side. And Mark Twain inbounds into the backcourt for Trower. Elizabeth back across the time stripe to the far side for Autumn Arndt. Arndt hands it off now to the point.
Womack and Twellman into the game for Bowling Green.
That shot about a foot short from 10 foot out. With it again is Ogle. She drops it back. To the near side for Mackenzie Ogle. She puts it inside. That shot no good. But Echternach going to head to the line.
Echternach is probably the tallest player on the floor, and she's shown the ability to spot up on the post. And Mark Twain's doing their best to get it into her.
So Anna at the line, 6 foot sophomore, and she misses the first. Still a 2-0 ball game, 5 minutes gone. And more substitutions back into the ball game. Kinley Charlton. And who was the other player that returned?
Dieters.
That shot off the glass and in to make it 3-0.
More than one way to make a bucket, right?
Yeah. A little squares there for a reason. Twellman gets it back to Norton. She comes to the near side, back to Grace Twellman. Twellman to the free throw line for Womack. And that pass tipped and stolen. Back the other way to the hoop. Good, and a foul. Dieter's got her money's worth, and Ross will head to the line to try and complete the three-point play.
First foul on Dieter's third team foul. No team fouls to this point on Mark Twain.
5-0 ball game. 2:43 on the clock here in the first quarter. And make it 6. So Ross on the score sheet. Here's Norton. Kicks it near side for Twellman. Nice pass. Shot too hard off the glass. Second shot no good. Another rebound for Bowling Green. Back to Norton. She has it go through her feet. Picks it back up. And she's going to try and drive the lane. Kick it off last second to Charlton. Her shot a little bit long. Rebound loose to the floor. And a timeout called by the Lady Cats with 2:19 to play in the first. 6-0 Mark Twain leads here in the first quarter on Eagle 102.
Hi, this is Pam Todd Watts with Todd Watts Realty, proudly supporting area youth on KJFM Radio. Todd Watts Realty, list, sell, become friends.
2019 is almost over, and now is the time to buy that new or used car, truck, and SUV from Pogue Ford in Bowling Green. Everything must go, and if you buy a car between now and December 31st, you'll receive 2 years of oil changes for free. Contact Pogue Ford in Bowling Green today to take advantage of this huge promotion while it lasts. Pogue Ford, Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green, where they make your dollar go further.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pam Todd Watts Realty, Quiver River Electric Cooperative, and All Parts.
2:19 to play here in the first quarter. Mark Fronick, Jim Ross. Bowling Green ball here as they trail 6-0. Off the inbound, a three off the glass is good for Madeline Norton. So Bowling Green on the board.
So one good thing about the three-pointer, you can catch up in a hurry. That cuts the lead in half.
Back on the offensive, here's Autumn Arndt. Gives up her dribble. Pass tipped and almost stolen. Now it's loose. And somehow Mark Twain comes away with it. Lob pass intercepted, trying to get it to Arndt. And here comes Bowling Green. Putting on the brakes is Dieters. Gives it off to Norton. Back to Dieters now for Twellman. Ball tipped and stolen. Goes to the floor and out of bounds is the Bowling Green player, Grace Twellman. So it's going back to Mark Twain. Minute 27 to play here in the first quarter. 6-3 our score. Here comes Arndt across the time stripe with speed and then puts on the brakes. Womack all over her. As Coach Craig Smith says, pressure it. To the near side for Ogle, and another foul whistled against the Lady Cats.
That'll be on Grace Twellman, her first and the team's fourth. Still no team fouls on Mark Twain.
Let's hope this doesn't become an issue. throughout the game as Norton checks out. Foul was on the floor, so Ogle will trigger the inbound. Lob pass off of Arndt, able to collect, then put it off a foot. Finally got it back. Her shot missed and goes out of bounds back to Bowling Green.
6-3 our score. A low-scoring affair. 1 minute to play in the first.
I haven't really seen many players that can just fire it off the glass. You know, that strong push off the glass. Everyone's trying to go high.
Yep, that they are.
That one hit above the square, but a foul will send Morgan Billings to the line.
Foul's going to be on Mackenzie Ogle, her first, team's first.
Caitlin Billhartz was really good at it. Kelsey Scherter was really good at it. Missed the first, so it's still a 3-point ball game. 41.6 seconds to go. Second shot. That one's off the mark, too. And Ross pulls down the rebound for Mark Twain. Wild shot. Turns into a pass. Second shot's no good. And the rebound pulled down by Bowling Green. Here comes Dieters for the Lady Cats. Drops it off for Twellman on the far side. Bounce pass to Womack. Gets it in off the glass to Charlton. Her shot's no good. Another shot is good to make it 6-5.
Billings with the bucket for the Bobcats.
That's another thing. If you're struggling, you need to play good defense.
And hit the offensive glass.
That one's stolen, but they won't have a chance to do anything offensively as the horn sounds, and we've played 8 minutes. 6-5. Mark Twain had a 6-0 run. Bowling Green comes back with the final 5 points of the quarter, and it's a 1-point game after 1 on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
It's good to aim high, and sports can help children reach their goals. Join Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green and Farm Mutual Insurance in supporting local athletes. Be sure to catch all the action this sports season. Pike County Mutual Insurance salutes young local athletes and wishes them well. And they look forward to protecting these young adults with strong insurance coverage during what is sure to be a bright future. Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
8 minutes on the clock. Ready for quarter number 2 here from Bowling Green High School. Mark Froelich, Jim Ross, and not much to talk about in the way of scoring there in the first quarter.
It was a slow offensive quarter, let's just say that, and we'll see if either team can get on track here in a second. Of course, Bowling Green had a game earlier this year against, I believe it was Wright City. The score was 8-3 at half.
Yeah. Now it picked up in the second half, thank goodness.
It did. It ended up 23-22. Not exactly a offensive juggernaut, but you're right, it did pick up. And so I would expect we see something of the same here.
Bowling Green with the ball to start the second quarter. Here's Dieters to the near side. Back up top now for Norton. Norton gives it to Morgan Billings. Billings to the free throw line. They kick it back to Dieters, now to Norton again.
Mark Twain in a 1-2-2 zone.
And a foul on the floor. It is going to be the second team foul against the Mark Twain Lady Tigers.
I'll call that on Emma Ross, her first.
And Dieters gets it in to Billings. Billings looked like she had a path to the lane, instead takes it outside again. To Norton, to the near side. Billings, free throw line for Niemeyer. Niemeyer gets it back up top and around to Norton again. Norton gives it to Dieters. Gracie back to Norton, and she directs traffic.
Well, you have to penetrate the gaps against this zone. And up to this point, they're content to just throw it around the arc.
Now up top with it is Charlton. Now to Norton to Dieters on the near point. Gracie gives it up to Morgan Billings. Billings back to Norton. Dieters now over to the far point for Kinley Charlton. Near point again for Morgan Billings. Billings' shot from inside three is good. Bowling Green has their first lead. Minute 20 into this second quarter before Mark Twain gets the ball. And now it's stolen. They had it for about 2 seconds. Back for Norton. Gives it off the glass and in. Nice little runner there.
Nice assist, too, by Norton.
Morgan Billings with the basket. Makes it 9-6.
She's got 6 of the 9 points, does Billings.
And a 9-0 run for Bowling Green. With it is Ogle. Pass tipped, and Ogle's going to get it back. Up top again. Here's a three. That shot's no good. And the rebound pulled down by Norton. And a foul? No, a travel after that.
She took off running a little bit with that one, and it's a good thing in football, but doesn't necessarily work on the hardwood.
Every once in a while, you can get away with it.
Yeah, Emily Evans checks in for Mark Twain.
Pass tipped. Ross gets it. And an offensive foul going to be called on Emma Ross.
Little forearm shiver there. You do that inside, you get away with it. You do it out at the 28-foot mark where everyone can see it, you're going to get whistled every time.
Briley Sparks takes off the warm-ups. She has a heavy wrap on her wrist and hand.
On her left hand, I believe that's her non-shooting hand, if I'm not mistaken.
Not everyone can be a lefty like me.
Let's just not go there.
That pass tipped and stolen. Back the other way is Ross. Her shot too high off the glass and taken in the far side by number 33, Emily Evans. That shot again no good. And the rebound off of Bowling Green out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Lady Tigers.
I think the big thing you've seen out of Bowling Green to start this second quarter, they're crashing the boards harder, a little more aggressive on the defensive end, and that's turning into some turnovers and some easier shots. And there's another one.
Pass tipped and stolen. Norton ahead of the pack. Coast to coast and no good. Rebound picked up by Dieter. She'll dribble around the baseline. Back out outside of three. Passes up the three-pointer. Now, no. Thought she was going to take it again. She had 2 looks at it.
Well, that's what I was talking about. It gets in your head sometimes when you're not able to score points. Then you start passing up wide open shots, and that just compounds the issue.
Gracie with it again. To the free throw line. That shot blocked and taken by Echternacht. She'll hand it off for Trower, who'll bring it across the line for Mark Twain. To the near side for Mackenzie Ogle. Back to Ross, and a foul going to be whistled? No. Double dribble, yeah.
5th turnover of the half on the Tigers.
And a whistle.
Had a sub at the table. Audemars trying to get back into the ball game as Anna Echternacht will take a seat.
And up the floor now comes Bowling Green with Norton. To the near side for Sparks. Sparks tried to work a pass inside. It was tipped a couple times. Bowling Green keeps possession, and the shot from the baseline by Kinley Charlton is good.
Need to get Charlton untracked on the offensive end. And the press creates another turnover for the Bulldogs, or Bobcats, Bulldogs. What am I saying?
They were here the other night.
That was Tuesday night, right? They are actually in action tonight. The boys are. And it's Hall of Fame night at Louisiana, Hall of Fame induction.
We've got one more night of basketball on Eagle 102 here before the end of the calendar year. That'll be tomorrow night from Silex as the Lady Owls and Owls host Van Far.
I believe Community is at Louisiana tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right. Midway point of the second quarter, and they had a tie-up. Now they're
Well,
saying that the arrow should have gone the other way.
We're going to have to talk to Mr. Bibb about that, aren't we, huh?
Uh-huh. Up the floor with it is Ogle. Finds some room over to the far side. Skips it near side for Trower. Trower tries to go baseline, was cut off, and we're going to have a foul against the Lady Cats.
I believe it's going to be on Norton, her second.
5'9" senior picks up the personal. It was on the floor. So Mark Twain will inbound underneath the basket to the near side for Autumn Arndt. Arndt backs up, now comes near side. Here's a three from Ogle, and it's good. Mackenzie Ogle, 5'8" senior, puts it through, and that's the first points of the quarter for Mark Twain. Comes with 3:37 to play in the first half. Breaks out an 11-0 run that Bowling Green had put together. Dieters can't get the finger roll to go. Bowling Green gets it back. Sparks kicks it out. Here's a three. That one rims out. There was contact after the shot, too. Could have had another set of 3 free throws.
And it did a 360 around the hoop as well.
Back the other way is Arndt. Her pass tipped and stolen by Gracie Dieters. Dieters to the hoop. No. Gets her own rebound. Forces up a shot. That doesn't go, and coming out with it, the backside is Emma Ross. 2:55 to play. Here's Autumn Arndt. To Ross at the point. She tries to go down the near side, had the ball go off a foot, rolled it on to Mackenzie Ogle. Works it inside for Ross. Her shot off the glass too hard. Gets her own rebound. And on the putback, she's fouled. And will head to the line to shoot a pair. 2:30 to play in the first half. 11-9 Bowling Green. She hits them both. We got a tie game.
Ross's second trip to the free throw line tonight. Fouls on Sparks, her first.
And Ross's first shot is good.
She was 2 for 2. Subs in. Looks like it'll be Twellman and Billings for Bowling Green, while Echternach, Arndt, and
Riley Waters.
There you go.
Number 4 we see for the first time.
Hunting for the number.
Second shot's no good, but she gets her own rebound. Ross resets the offense for Mark Twain. Up to the top and over to the far side for Waters. Waters has her shot swatted out of bounds, so it'll stay with Mark Twain. 2:20 on the clock.
Notice the cheerleaders going with full-on Christmas green tonight for Bowling Green.
Yeah, that's almost a Silex green. And another foul against the Lady Cats. And that's going to be the 7th team foul, so we'll be shooting 1-and-1s. Pace of this game, again, very slow.
Relaxed.
Yeah.
It would seem relaxed. Foul was on Billings, her second. As you said, the team's 7th.
And we have a tie game as Trower hits the first to earn the second. And she could put the Tigers back ahead with her second free throw. That one's up. In and out, no good. Echternach the rebound. Her shot blocked from behind. Ball goes to the floor. And a timeout taken by Mark Twain. They'll have the ball with 2:11 to play in an 11-11 ball game when we come back on Eagle 102.
Liggins Flooring in Bowling Green offers Dreamweaver stain-proof carpet, new waterproof plank flooring, plus Novus hardwood and TruTex vinyl. Liggins Flooring at 705 Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green. Big enough to get the job done, small enough to care.
Mike's Tire and Service Center in Bowling Green is your oil change specialist. Right now, get a Havoline conventional oil change for only $30 or a full synthetic change for $50. Dexos approved up to 6 quarts, and the best part, free pickup and delivery. Remember, Mike's does truck, trailer, and tire repair, brakes, PMs inspections, and roadside assistance. Give the friendly folks at Mike's Tire and Service Center a call for more information, 324-3389, or stop by and see the gang at 915 Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and Kathy Clean.
Kinley Charlton off the timeout, got a big block. Mark Twain gets it again, and a walk called against the Tigers. Gives it back to Bowling Green, 2:06 to play, and that can't make Coach Boswell too happy, having a inbound blocked, and then the traveling call after a timeout.
Now they come out in a 1-2-1-1 press, no problem for the Cats.
They work it to Charlton. Her shot off the mark. Rebound pulled down clean by Anna Echternacht. Echternacht hands it off for Elizabeth Trower, and Trower will bring it up the floor with no pressure from Bowling Green. Gives it off for Riley Waters. Waters lobs it to the free throw line for Echternacht. She takes it back out between the circles to the near side for Autumn Arndt. Arndt with defense from Kaylin Womack to the near side for Emma Ross. Ross into the corner. They'll try a three. That one's good. Elizabeth Trower from the corner puts the Tigers up 14-11.
Second three-pointer of the game for the Tigers.
Gracie Dieters across the line for the Lady Cats. And slows up. Over to the far side for Grace Twellman. Back to Dieters. Dieters again. Over to Twellman inside three. Her shot almost wedged in. A little Voigt lock, but didn't happen this time. We haven't seen it yet this season. To the near side for Trower. As Mark Twain goes back on the offensive to Emma Ross. Ross back to Trower again. She'll try the three again. Echternacht the rebounder. Putback is good, and Mark Twain going on a run.
Right person, right spot that time. Bowling Green could use a hoop here in the final 20 seconds.
Yes, they could. They trailed by a point after one. Now they trail by 5. Biggest lead for Mark Twain tonight was 6. Here's Dieters for 3. A little long on that one. Ball goes to the corner. Twellman saves it. And instead of calling a foul on Echternacht, they're going to say it went off of Anna out of bounds. I don't know if that was the case, but either way, it should be Bowling Green's ball. She kind of hit the legs of Kaylin Womack. 2.9 seconds to go in the first half. Twellman gets it to the free throw line. To the baseline now. Will they get it off? No. I think the shot was late anyway. It was partially blocked as Twellman put it up. And we played 2 quarters here on an ugly sweater night at Bowling Green. The Bobcats trail Mark Twain 16-11 after 2. Halftime report coming up after this on KJFM.
The Eagle 102 Halftime Report is coming up, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
As a farmer, you rely on rainfall to ensure your crop production, but sometimes the weather doesn't cooperate. Droughts can happen and do. Long dry spells can ruin your crops, but shouldn't ruin your life. With a pasture, rangeland, and forage policy through NAU Country Insurance Company and Bowling Green Insurance Agency, you'll be provided with the extra protection you need. Contact Fred Carlson at Bowling Green Insurance to discuss how PRF can help manage your risk. NAU Country Insurance Company is an equal opportunity provider.
Hi, this is Kelsey Henderson, RN Case Manager for Pike County Home Health. Pike County Home Health offers a variety of services from skilled nursing to rehabilitation therapies. Our care is focused on helping you recover from an acute illness, surgery, accident, or change in medical condition. We strive to help you recover in an environment where you feel most comfortable. If you have any questions or home health needs, please contact us at 573-324-2111 or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
Hey, this is Tyler from Mid-America Auto and Towing. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. If we don't have what you're looking for, then we'll find it. Mid-America Auto and Towing is located off Highway 54 across from KJFM. We offer a minimum of 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty, state inspections, diagnostics, engine and brake repair, and preventative maintenance. Mid-America Auto and Towing just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green is a one-stop shop. For 24-hour towing and roadside assistance, call 324-9919. Like us on Facebook or check out our website at midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week. It's now time for the Eagle 102 Halftime Report, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
Well, 2 quarters in the books, Jim Ross, and it's been a game of runs. A 6-0 run by Mark Twain to start the game, then an 11-0 run by Bowling Green, and finally a 10-0 run by the Tigers to end out the half.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and still with all of that, the score is just 16-11 in an extremely low-scoring game. Kind of backing up what we talked about a little bit in the pregame about how these teams have had offensive struggles so far this season, and tonight would seem to be no different. Scoring?
I'm kind of at a loss.
What do you talk about? Yeah, exactly right. Well, let's tell them about the scoring. There wasn't a lot of it, so my math's pretty accurate. Mark Twain led 6-5 at the end of the first quarter, outscored Bowling Green 10-6 in the second quarter. Mark Twain was led in scoring. Actually, 2 players, Trower and Ross, with 4. 3 each for Echternach and Ogle, and 2 for Autumn Arndt. Mark Twain was 4 for 7 from the free throw line, and they turned it over 8 times. Their biggest lead of the half was 6 for Bowling Green. Only 3 people in the scoring column. Morgan Billings with 6, Maddie Norton with 3, and Kinley Charlton with 2. Bowling Green was 0 for 2 from the free throw line, turned it over 6 times, and their biggest lead was 5. So this game's far from over. If either team can find an offensive, some offensive firepower at half, they can take control of this ball game.
Maybe not even firepower, but maybe just consistency, something. We'll talk more about it when we come back on the Eagle 102 Halftime Show.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Hi, everybody. This is Paul Hill from Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy. On behalf of the officers, directors, and staff, we would like to extend our holiday greetings. May the warmth and cheer of the holiday season keep you and your loved ones safe and healthy. We sincerely appreciate your business and friendship and look forward to serving you in the new year. Merry Christmas from Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown bank since 1887, member FDIC.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
If you are in the market for a car, whether you're looking for a new or used vehicle, make sure you visit Bowling Green Chevrolet. Their selection will surprise you with prices that can't be beat. Bowling Green Chevrolet is just off Highway 61 at the South Bowling Green exit. Once you get there, you'll see why Bowling Green Chevrolet is the #1 dealership in the area. Check it out for yourself. Bowling Green Chevrolet, where you'll always feel at home.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Bibb Beach and Collier Funeral Homes, Ligon Flooring, and B&B Automotive.
Well, Jim, I think the streak might end tomorrow night. Games that we've been at that the Street Baby's been at. I think Blake Street has been at every game we've broadcast so far this season, and I think that might end tomorrow as we head to Silex as the Owls and Lady Owls take on Van Far. A little bit later start tonight as they're going to play a boys JV game prior to the start of the girls' varsity game. So it'll be a little bit later. I think we've got it scheduled around 7:15 pregame time tomorrow night from the home of the Owls, our first trip to Silex so far this season.
And be careful, they may be scouting at Silex.
They'll probably hear it and just show up for the heck of it.
Just to prove you wrong.
Yeah. All right. So Bowling Green, they need some consistency. I think once Kinley Charlton gets dialed into her role, her shot will follow. She is a good shooter, but she's never been dependent on for the points that they're depending on from her this year.
Well, that's the thing, and we talked about that the first game of the year. When you lose your top two scorers in Dieters and Billhartz, everybody's going to have to change roles, because now you relied on Gabby Dieters. They relied on her to handle the basketball and kind of run the ball club. Well, she's not. She's at Kentucky now, and she's not going to be able to do that. And so,
not now. She's right down there.
Well, that's true. So they're searching for somebody to take control of this ball club, and Kinley Charlton, who played a lot of minutes, a lot of varsity minutes, a lot of good varsity minutes last year, she would be the likely candidate to do that, along with Maddie Norton, who played a lot last year as well at the point guard position. But you got to see the ball go in the basket, and like I said during the second quarter, it becomes a mental thing. When it doesn't go in, then all of a sudden you start getting tentative. When you're tentative, then it's not going to go in, and it just becomes a vicious circle. And that's kind of where they are right now. If they can just get some balls to go through the hoop and see it, and a lot to do to help that would be at the free throw line. But they haven't been able to get to the free throw line. They shot 2 free throws in that first half. So you got to get to the line, see the ball go through the hoop, get your stroke going, and hopefully they can break free.
Yeah, that's where a little aggression wouldn't hurt this team.
They played quite a bit more aggressive, I thought, in the second quarter than they did in the first, particularly on the defensive end. They hounded Mark Twain pretty good, and they had 6 turnovers in the second quarter. So that's a good thing. But you got to try and hopefully convert those turnovers into points, and they haven't been able to do that. They missed a couple close-in shots, missed a layup or two. Those things, you got to see the ball go through the hoop, and once you start seeing that happen, then things are going to change.
And defensively, I thought when they started playing a little more body-to-body, a little more aggressive, they weren't getting those hand-check fouls that they were getting early on.
And every coach in the country or analyst or broadcaster in the country will tell you that defense should never have a night off.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be able to make shots every night. You're going to have nights when it doesn't go in for you. But defense should never take the night off, and I'm sure that's what the coaches on both these clubs are preaching.
16-11, Mark Twain leads it after 2 quarters. Back with the second half of action after this on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
It's that special time of year when the snow starts to fall and you see the twinkle of lights decorating homes around town. During this holiday season, People's Bank & Trust wants to remind you to take time out from the hustle and bustle to cherish the moments you spend with your family and friends and remember the spirit of the season. From all of us at People's Bank & Trust, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. People's Bank & Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. At Ingram Plumbing, we're ready to meet all your plumbing needs. I should know. I'm Bonnie Ingram, and I've worked there for over 50 years. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Bowling Green Chevrolet, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Bowling Green with the ball to start the second half. They're on the offensive. Here's Dieters. Tried to get it back to Norton, and it's intercepted, taken away by Emma Ross. A little choreograph there on the pass. And the Tigers pounce on it. Lob pass down low. There wasn't a Mark Twain player within 5 feet at the end of that one. Taken away by Bowling Green, and here's Gracie Dieters. Dieters to the far side for Madeline Norton. Norton going to spot up the three. That one's a little short. Almost got a fortunate bounce. Bowling Green still with the ball, and they'll kick it back. Dieters over to the far side. Norton now for Morgan Billings. Billings to the free throw line. Through Niemeyer, back to Billings again. And that ball is blocked and stolen. And Mark Twain back to work with Autumn Arndt. Arndt, very deliberate, has her pass tipped, almost stolen away by Morgan Billings. But a whistle, and they're going to call a foul against Billings.
That'll be her third, so we'll see if Coach Craig Smith wants to get her out of the game.
Instead, he takes Kinley Charlton out. Kaylin Womack back in the ball game. And they get it on the run. It's Trower. She misses everything with that shot. Goes to the far side. Thought about the three, but out to defend was Norton. Now they work it down low, and an offensive foul going to be called against Anna Echternacht. Or a travel.
And ironically, to start the second half, 2 turnovers by each team. And not a bucket as of yet.
Here's Dieters with it. Gracie bounces it to the baseline for Womack. Trying to return it to Dieters, and it goes out of bounds. And they're going to say last touch was by Dieters.
Twelman will check into the game. Billings will take a seat for the Cats. A little full court pressure by Bowling. Looks like of the man-to-man variety.
They get it across the line. They had more trouble getting it in than getting it across the line. And here's Arndt over to the far side for Ogle. Lob pass for Echternacht. Echternacht's shot goes over the rim. And taken out the far side by Madeline Norton. Ahead for Dieters. Trying to go coast to coast. Can't hit the runner. And the rebound pulled down by Ogle. Ogle changes directions a couple of times to get across the line. Now has it on the far point. Hands it off for Elizabeth Trower. Trower back to Ogle. Ogle to the baseline. Spins. Blocked and taken away. Say Twelman got the block, and Dieters completed the steal. Now ahead for Norton and across the line to Grace Twelman. Now Gracie Dieters, her pass tipped. Taken by Norton.
Close to a backcourt violation.
And Twelman, a runner off the glass and in. First points of the half come 3 minutes in. And it's a 3-point ball game. Quickly back the other way. That shot no good for Arndt. She was looking for a foul. And now a trip going to be called on Emma Ross.
That'll be her third foul. So we'll see what Coach Boswell's philosophy is here.
No one moves.
Charlton returns, and Niemeyer will take a seat.
And Dieters inbounds for Norton, and we're back underway. 4:45 to play in the third. Here's Twelman with it on the far point for Bowling Green. Hands it off for Kinley Charlton. Drops it back and around to Dieters. Dieters to Charlton again. Charlton to Twellman on the far side. She goes to the baseline into a triple team and has the pass knocked out of bounds by Mark Twain. 3-point game, 16-13, 4:29 to play in the third. First half of a doubleheader. Boys action coming up. That's the battle of the McCann brothers. Womack from the baseline off the inbound is short. Emma Ross the rebound for Mark Twain. She'll take it up the floor. Gracie Dieters quickly on her, tips it and steals it. 2-on-1 across the lane to Norton. Her shot off the glass is good.
Good defense of that play by Dieters from behind, and finishes it off with a nice assist to Norton.
1-point ball game. Make it a 3-point ball game again as Ogle goes back the other way and scores for Mark Twain.
She's got 5 for the Tigers.
Something tells me that the JV boys game is over. We just had a surge of people come into the gym.
I think you're right.
Here's Twellman.
Either that or the concession stand emptied out.
Dieters back up top and around to Twellman. Now for Charlton. Her shot from the free throw line bounces away, no good. And coming back up the floor, Mark Twain. Ogle, a nice move. Into the corner now. Here's a three. It's short. And the rebound off of Womack goes to the floor. Tipped, and it'll stay with Mark Twain as it goes out of bounds on the far side.
Back into the game, Riley Waters for Mark Twain. Autumn Arndt will take a seat.
18-15, the Lady Tigers lead. Lob pass for Echternock. Back for Waters. Waters almost walked. Echternock with it on the baseline, kicks it back out. Here's a three from the far corner, and it's good. Mackenzie Ogle with a tray.
She's got 5 in the quarter, 8 for the game.
And they've restored their 6-point lead they had at the half. Over to the far side. Here's Charlton. Near side for Dieters. Gracie. Free throw line for Charlton, and that one rims out. Rebound. Twellman had it, and we're going to have a foul against the Tigers, and slow to get up after fouling the Bowling Green player is Mackenzie Ogle. With 2:41 to play. Well, instead they gave it to Waters.
Her first.
Far side. Here's Madeline Norton. Back up top for Gracie Dieters. Dieters to Norton again. She shouts out instructions.
Emily Evans is checked into the game for Mark Twain.
Here's Dieters, long three. That one's good. Gracie.
She's got the ability to hit that shot, and now she steals the inbounds pass.
She's back to work. Over to Norton on the far point for Twellman. Twellman to Norton. Gracie wants it again. And when she starts wanting the ball, that's when I think she's really going to start putting some points down. They didn't get it to her. Shot was no good, and Ogle pulls down the rebound and goes back on offense. Her shot off the glass is no good. Picked up by Mark Twain. Wild shot by Evans off the glass. And on the rebound, the Bowling Green player is fouled. Kinley Charlton.
I believe they're going to call that on Elizabeth Trower, her first, and the team's third.
21-18 is the Tiger lead, and a timeout on the floor with 1:51 to play. We're in the third quarter here from Bowling Green. Mark Twain leads the Lady Cats on Eagle 102.
Craig's Truck and Tractor, just off of Highway 54 in Vandalia, is your home for semi-truck, medium and heavy truck repair, along with agriculture equipment repair. Craig's Truck and Tractor is also a proud sponsor of area high school sports. Best of luck to all the area teams this season from everybody at Craig's Truck and Tractor in Vandalia.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile, mobile banking with remote deposit capture. Any customer with online banking can now access your Mercantile Bank accounts from any device, including your smartphone and tablet, everywhere you go. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, where they've been serving the Louisiana area for more than 100 years, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Brown's Processing, Craig's Truck and Tractor, and Old Tops Pawn Shop.
21-18. Mark Twain leads Bowling Green here in the third quarter. Minute 51 to play. Boys varsity action will follow the conclusion of this girls game. Here's Norton across the line for Bowling Green. Bounce pass for Gracie Dieters on the near point. Takes it to the free throw line. That shot a little bit long, but finds a couple of bounces and goes down.
The old shooter's touch. She's got 5.5, 5 for the game.
And with it is Ogle. She works against Twellman. Gives up her dribble. Now goes far side for Trower. Trower backs out between the circles for Ogle again. Trying to get past Grace Twellman. Floater of a pass is taken away. And back the other way quickly is Norton. Fast break. Can't hit. And on the rebound, Charlton is fouled and will head to the line. She could give Bowling Green the lead back with a couple of free throws.
She'll get 2, I believe. Foul on, is it Trower? I think she should have 2. Nope, they're going to call it on Waters, who has 2.
And the first shot goes right through. Ties the game at 21. And the second shot for Kinley, the 6-foot senior, and it's wiped off the board. Someone went across the line, I think.
I don't know who the lane violation was on, but it was on Bowling Green, obviously.
So the second free throw doesn't count. We're tied at 21 with 1:05 to play in the quarter.
Billings back into the game with 3 fouls. Dieters will take a seat.
Trower with the ball for Mark Twain. And what do we have? An offensive foul again. She got that forearm out there.
I think that's going to be an illegal screen. It is on Echternach, her first.
As she moved past, okay.
Team's 5th. So reverse of the team fouls in this half as we had in the first half.
45 seconds to play in the third. With it is Morgan Billings. Trying to find Charlton, and a foul whistle. That was very close to being a tie-up.
Yes, it was. They're going to call the foul
on Trower. And they'll take the inbound all the way back into the backcourt. Bounce pass for Twellman on the near point. Gives it to Charlton. Charlton to the baseline for Womack. She runs out of room. Has it knocked away? No.
Stepped on the inline.
27.4 seconds to go. And quickly back in is Gracie Dieters. She'll replace Morgan Billings.
Ross will return for Waters for the Tigers.
And Ross to inbound, gets it to Ogle. 25 seconds on the clock. Long pass ahead. And a foul is going to send Autumn Art to the line. So they can break the tie with a couple of free throws here.
She'll go to the line to shoot 2. The foul on
Womack.
Womack, her first.
5'11" freshman. And the first shot is good. And that gives Mark Twain the lead.
Good looking stroke there by Arndt from the charity stripe. Twellman to the bench, and Billings returns for this final offensive possession for the Bobcats.
Second shot is short, and the rebound pulled down by Kinley Charlton for Bowling Green. 18 seconds on the clock. Norton across the line. Down to 14. Bounce pass near side for Dieters. Gracie trying to find a little room to the basket. Has trouble with it. Goes to the floor. Down to 6 seconds. Womack with it. Back to Dieters. Over to Norton. 2 seconds on the clock. The three rims out. Charlton's putback is late. And we've played 3 quarters. Bowling Green trails Mark Twain by a point. 22-21. We head to the fourth after this on Eagle 102.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Family Drug in Louisiana and the Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. If you're new in town, come get acquainted. If you're one of our regulars, thank you. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Family Drug, 3rd in Georgia in Louisiana, and the Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Some combinations were just meant to go together. Burger and fries.
Order up.
Washer and dryer. Online and dating. Ooh, swipe right. At State Farm, there's another combination meant to go together. Home and auto. As in combining your home and auto insurance with one agent. Which leads to another combination, saving dollars and cents. Your State Farm agent is here to help life go right. Combine home and auto and see how much you can save.
Visit Cindy Blaylock Agency in Louisiana.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
22-21, Mark Twain leads. Started the fourth quarter here on KJFM. Mark Twain, Jim Ross still have boys varsity action to come. And I see a couple of the Bowling Green boys in uniform ready for the start of their game. It'll be Mark Twain's ball. First time they've had it to start a quarter. Here's Ogle. To the near side and back to Ogle again. Ogle finds a little room but tried to dish it off. Gets it to Ross. Ross forces one off the glass and in.
In a crowd. She's got 6.
20 seconds gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Gracie Dieters with it on the far point for Bowling Green. Hands it off for Morgan Billings. Gets it back. Cut off from the basket and pulls outside of 3 again. Gets a pick from Womack over to the far side for Billings. Billings calls out a player to help her find some room. Here's Womack with it. Needs to go somewhere. Gets it to Norton cutting. She tried to force a pass into the middle. It goes to the floor, and a tie-up will keep it with Bowling Green with 7:07 to play in regulation. 3-point ball game.
I think it goes without saying this one's probably going to go down to the wire.
Norton has her pass tipped and stolen. Back the other way off the steal is Arndt, off the glass and in.
Just a little too lackadaisical with the pass. Good defensive play by Arndt and Mark Twain.
They're back to a 5-point lead. Game was tied just moments ago. Here's Dieters. Her shot off the glass. That's a good power move. Makes it a 3-point game. Pass tipped and knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with Mark Twain. But Gracie's starting to get a little more aggressive, get that mean streak in there. And it's provided good results.
Yeah, you're right. She's shown the most aggression for the Cats, and it's worked to her benefit.
With it is Hector Knock in the backcourt. Hands it off for Emma Ross. Ross stops at the half-court stripe. Now gives it to Trower with Norton over her. Autumn Arntz. Lobbed a pass. Tipped and stolen. Dieters got a little pressure from behind. Now goes across the line and slows up. Back to Madeline Norton. 5'9" senior. Hands it off to the freshman, Gracie Dieters. Billings. Back to Dieters. And she's going to go to the line.
Foul will go against Ogle. Her second.
And sends the freshman to the line to shoot a pair and try and make this a 1-point game. Does Craig Smith seem a little more active in that suit tonight? Or is it just...
No, I think we can just see him.
I didn't know if it was like a optical illusion or something caused by that.
He kind of sticks out.
Dieters missed the first. Hits this, and it's a 2-point game. 5:59 to play. Second shot is good. And in for Bowling Green is Womack replacing Liv Niemeyer. Mark Twain had a little trouble getting it in again. Now they're stuck in the backcourt. And it's stolen away. Norton picks it up, gives it off to Dieters. On the far point, Gracie hands it back to Norton. Bowling Green's defense has been pretty darn good tonight.
It has.
Lob pass to the free throw line for Norton. And she'll dribble out. Rosso all over her, so she hands it off to Morgan Billings. Billings dribbles out of the corner, gives it back to Gracie Dieters between the circles. Dieters to the near side for Billings again. Billings lost it momentarily, got it back, gives it to Dieters. She dribbles out. Far side now for Charlton. Kinley, bounce pass from Madeline Norton. Norton to Womack in the near corner. Inside three, that's Norton, and she scores.
She's got 7, and we're tied at 26.
No lead is safe tonight.
Little 5-0 run. Like you said, it's been a game of runs.
And now it's a steal by Dieters. She's going to try and take it coast to coast, and she scores. And a timeout taken on the floor with Bowling Green now up 28-26. 4:36 to play in regulation on Eagle 102.
Spring Hollow Coffee, just off the square in Bowling Green, has the perfect gift ready for that special coffee drinker in your life. Check out the assortment of Christmas gift baskets starting at just $6. Plus, Spring Hollow has fun t-shirts available for purchase, and when all else fails, a gift certificate is the perfect stocking stuffer. Spring Hollow Coffee on Church Street in Bowling Green.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. So easy, anyone can use them. Once you try it, you'll just have to buy it. Stop by Bowling Green Tractor to see how easy yard work can be. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
28-26, Bowling Green a 7-0 run. Now lead the Mark Twain Lady Tigers here in the fourth quarter, 4:36 to play. We'll be at Silex tomorrow. The Owls and Lady Owls hosting Van Far. First look at the Van Far Indians and Lady Indians this year. Former Bowling Green coach Heather Minter has taken over that Van Far girls program. With it is Emma Ross, as Mark Twain tries to stop the bleeding a bit here. Here's Ogle with it to the near side for Arndt. Autumn working against Kinley Charlton, and a double dribble called on Arndt.
10th turnover of the half, 18th of the game for Mark Twain. So as you said, Bowling Green's turned up the heat on the defensive end, and it's worked to their benefit.
I think that one she just kind of lulled herself to sleep.
Yeah, that was kind of one of those unforced errors.
Here's Charlton, and she's fouled? No. Yes, she is fouled on the floor, but it's going to be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Kinley.
I believe they're going to call that on Echternach. They will, her second, team's 7th, so Bowling Green will shoot free throws the rest of the way. Bowling Green only has 2 team fouls. That could play into this before it's all over with.
And she hits the first to get the second.
In fact, Bowling Green would be well served to have some common fouls in these final 3 or 404. But before you get that far, so if they have to foul to get the ball back, they're at the 1-and-1 point where they can do that without having a bunch of fouls they have to commit to get that to that point.
Yep, midway point of the fourth quarter, but they're up by 4 right now. Ahead to Arndt. And there's a foul whistled against Madeline Norton.
See, she was listening, but that's her third.
3:59 on the clock. And Mark Twain will inbound at their end of their own bench. Ogle gets it into Echternach. Now a 3 from Ogle. It's short. Rebound picked up by Trower for Mark Twain and taken away from her. Norton back the other way to Dieters. Dieters throws up a wild shot as she's fouled.
Yeah, got clobbered actually by Ogle. That'll be her third. And send Dieters back to the line. She'll get 2 shots.
give her a year. I bet she's puts on about
easy now
5 pounds of muscle.
There you go.
That one in.
She had a great second half. Let's see. She's got 11. Is that right? 3. Yeah, 11 in the second.
Maybe another inch or two height-wise.
Yeah, she's just a freshman.
32-26 as the Bowling Green run continues, and back in the ball game is Womack. She replaces Liv Niemeyer. And they get it into Ogle. 3:45 to play. Bowling Green, their biggest lead, 6 points.
That's exactly right. Led by as many as 5 in the first half.
Ogle dribbles in from the far side. Is blocked out of bounds, and they're going to say it went out clean. Back to Bowling Green with 3:31 to play. Yeah, Bowling Green can start taking their time a little bit. Although they've had their best success forcing the issue. Here's Norton to the baseline for Womack. Her shot goes in. All of a sudden, they're finding
right.
secondary scoring.
Right, yeah, they've scored 12, or check that, they've scored 13 points here in this fourth quarter.
Ooh, there's a travel. Called on Emily Evans just back into the ball game. The 5'7" sophomore gives it back to Bowling Green. She tried everything she could to stay balanced on one foot, but
she wanted to pass it, and the recipient of that pass turned and looked away, and she'd already gone too far.
Here's Gracie Dieters for Bowling Green. Bounce pass, almost stolen. It is stolen. Back the other way. Trower lost it out of bounds. Just never got the ball under control after the steal.
Couldn't quite find the handle.
Down to 2:44. So even when Bowling Green has something go wrong, something goes right right on the other end.
Yeah, the biggest lead of the night at 8.
Ogle puts a hand in, knocks it away momentarily from Gracie. She gets it back. Now she's going to the dribble. Gets it back on a give and go. Into the corner, and she'll dribble out.
They can make the clock be their friend here.
Here's Grace Twellman. She'll go down the center of the lane. Her floater's in. 10-point lead for the Lady Cats. They were down 5 a minute and a half ago.
Mark Twain has only scored 4 points in this first quarter and another turnover.
And another basket by Gracie Dieters. And a timeout taken by Coach Boswell and the Lady Tigers. With 2:05 to play, Bowling Green up by a dozen. 38-26 over Mark Twain on Eagle 102.
If you have a medical emergency, Air Evac Life Team Air Ambulance helicopters can provide medical transport, dramatically reducing the time to get to an emergency treatment facility. Membership means no out-of-pocket cost when transported by their providers. Call Air Evac at 636-358-8475 to sign up.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom Checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of their mobile and online banking services, like mobile check deposit, text banking, and online bill pay. Bank on your own terms with Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana. Stop by either Bank of Louisiana location today for more details or to open an account. Bank of Louisiana, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Home data rates may apply. Check with your carrier for details. Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Air Evac, Spring Hollow Coffee, and J&D Tire and Auto.
I don't know if you've noticed, Jim, a lot of remodeling going on here at the Bowling Green R1 campus over the last couple months, and that's going to continue during Christmas break. They're going to have crews here all through Christmas break, spending some of that money that they passed the bond issue for last year, or late last year. There's a three off the timeout by Ogle.
Her third three-pointer of the game. She's got 11.
Here's Dieters back the other way. Still a 38-29 Bowling Green lead. They're going to make Ogle foul. No, Dieters ran right past her, gets it to the baseline. Womack's shot, no good, but a foul. Got to be whistled. Yeah,
late
it was
whistle.
late whistle.
Yeah.
Saw, I had the Christmas concert last night over in the auditorium. New flooring in there, new lighting in here already. They were starting to replace the doors on the curved entryway.
Making the school more energy efficient, I think is the terminology, right?
A lot of things. They're fixing a lot of things as the first free throw goes in for Kaylin Womack. Back to a 10-point lead.
Well, some of this old school's been here a long time.
Uh-huh. And the second shot is good. And she'll check out after hitting 2 free throws. Back into the ballgame, Kinley Charlton. Minute 33 to play. Bowling Green up 11. Here's Ogle. Up the floor. She needs to hit a couple more of those threes to get the Lady Tigers back into this one. Instead, they'll go to the baseline. Floater goes over everything. Rebound goes to the floor, and it's tied up. With a minute 19 to play. Arrow favored Mark Twain. Ogle to trigger the inbound underneath the basket. And a lot of substitutions as Norton and Twellman check out for Bowling Green. Maybe just trying to mess up the rhythm a little bit.
Sparks back in and Niemeyer back in.
Over to the far side, here's Ogle. Back for Trower. Now for Arndt. Over to the far side, into the corner. They're going to try the three. It's short. Turns into a pass. That shot no good. It is good. Got an extra bounce off the rim and down.
Yeah, you don't want to foul in that situation. Just give her the bucket and go the other way. But she'll go to the line for an old-fashioned three-point play opportunity. Foul is going to be on Sparks, her second.
And that's something a 5'9" sophomore will learn over the next few years.
Haley Charlton checks into the game for the Cats.
And the free throw is long. Bowling Green the rebound, so it doesn't hurt too bad. Ball knocked away, though, from Dieters. And almost some free points, but coming back is Morgan Billings to tie up Elizabeth Trower. That's a heck of a defensive play there.
Yes, it was.
Arrow favors Bowling Green. And they'll get it with Dieters. Ogle all over her. 45 seconds to play, and there's the foul. And that'll send the freshman to the line. In a 9-point game, you hit these, you pretty much seal it.
Mark Twain over the 10-foul double bonus. Mackenzie Ogle picks up her fourth.
And Gracie at the line hits the first. Gets it back to a 10-point advantage for Bowling Green. Boys action coming up in about 15 minutes as she hits them both. I don't think we'll have any more timeouts in this ball game. Down to 41 seconds. Dieters with the steal. Gracie playing with a little confidence.
15th turnover in the second half on Mark Twain.
30 seconds to go. Here's Morgan Billings. Her shot in and out. Rebound knocked around. Goes to the floor, and Ogle. Oh, they're going to call a tie-up as the ball was coming out. Drives Ogle nuts, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So they lose their arrow, but we're down to 24 and a half seconds to go anyway. 42-31. Bowling Green with a great second half has run away with this one. And now a foul going to be whistled against Briley Sparks again with 12.8 seconds to go.
Her third, just a 15 foul. And Bowling Green is going to score more points in the fourth quarter than they'd scored the entire 3 quarters prior.
Turnaround three is no good. Rebound goes to the floor. And a travel called against Emma Ross. We'll give it back to Bowling Green. 5.3 seconds to go. And Bowling Green going to pick up the win. Dieters gets it. 3 and 2 and 1. And Bowling Green comes away with the 42-31 victory over the Mark Twain Tigers. So not just a win, but a conference win. And we'll be back with the postgame show after this on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up. Sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
The human body can run like a well-oiled machine, but just like machines, they occasionally need attention. A lot of times because of accidents, injuries, or even general wear and tear, the body breaks down. That's where Pike County Memorial Hospital's physical and occupational therapy services can get you back to normal, daily activities. Don't let pain keep you from enjoying life. Let the team at PCMH focus on your recovery so you can focus on what matters to you. Pike County Memorial Hospital. Community-owned, nationally known.
2019 is almost over, and now is the time to buy that new or used car, truck, and SUV from Pogue Ford in Bowling Green. Everything must go, and if you buy a car between now and December 31st, you'll receive 2 years of oil changes for free. Contact Pogue Ford in Bowling Green today to take advantage of this huge promotion while it lasts. Pogue Ford, Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green, where they make your dollar go further.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM. Sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Well, the second half, we finally saw the potential of Gracie Dieters. And Bowling Green not only gets some scoring, but some secondary scoring. To take a 42-31 victory from Mark Twain.
Yeah, Bowling Green scored 31 points in the second half, 21 points in the fourth quarter. They had only scored 21 points the entire first three quarters. So, yeah, they got it turned on, and Gracie Dieters led them in scoring. All her points were in the second half. They got some really good minutes out of another freshman, Kaylin Womack. So the future's bright for the Lady Cats, and maybe tonight's a step in the right direction of finding their way offensively.
Do you think there was either a timeout or a halftime speech where Coach Craig Smith just said, "Look at me. Look at this suit. We need to win the game"?
Lord, I hope not. Because if he did, he may want to wear it the rest of the year.
or buy a few more of them. Maybe like a Star Wars themed one, a Baby Yoda suit, something to inspire the troops every night from now until the end of the season. Top scorers in this one?
For Mark Twain, Mackenzie Ogle led them with 11. Emma Ross with 8, 5 for Autumn Arndt, 4 each for Elizabeth Trier and Anna Echternach. They were 5 for 10 from the free throw line. Their Achilles heel for the night was turnovers. They turned it over 24 times, and you don't win very many basketball games with that many turnovers at any level. For the Cats, they were led by Gracie Dieters with 16. She was the only player in double figures. 7 for Maddie Norton, 6 for Morgan Billings, 5 for Kinley Charlton, and 4 each for Kaylin Womack and Grace Twellman. Good free throw shooting by the Bobcats. They were 10 of 14 from the free throw line. And they turned it over 13 times, which is a pretty reasonable turnover amount. Their biggest lead of the night was 11. As you said during the broadcast, a lot of runs in that game. Mark Twain led by as many as 6. We probably had 3 or 4 runs of 5 points or more in that ball game. and then until the end when Bowling Green really stretched it out with a 21-point fourth quarter, and they won it 42-31.
So the girls' game in the books. We'll talk about the boys' game when we come back in the pregame show on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
It's good to aim high, and sports can help children reach their goals. Join Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green and Farm Mutual Insurance in supporting local athletes. Be sure to catch all the action this sports season. Pike County Mutual Insurance salutes young local athletes and wishes them well. And they look forward to protecting these young adults with strong insurance coverage during what is sure to be a bright future. Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green.
Mike's Tire and Service Center in Bowling Green is your oil change specialist. Right now, get a Havoline conventional oil change for only $30 or a full synthetic change for $50. Dexos approved up to 6 quarts, and the best part, free pickup and delivery. Remember, Mike's does truck, trailer, and tire repair, brakes, PMs inspections, and roadside assistance. Give the friendly folks at Mike's Tire and Service Center a call for more information, 324-3389, or stop by and see the gang at 915 Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Family Drug in Louisiana and the Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. If you're new in town, come get acquainted. If you're one of our regulars, thank you. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Family Drug, 3rd in Georgia in Louisiana, and the Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Bowling Green girls beat Mark Twain. Now it's time for the boys. Mark Twain, Jim Ross here at Bowling Green High School, and we've seen Bowling Green a few times this year, and they've been fairly impressive the first couple of weeks of the season.
They have. They played well over in the Montgomery County tournament, and we had them against Louisiana just on Tuesday night, and they played well in that ball game too. They really haven't stepped up in competition yet since the Montgomery County tournament, as they made it to the championship game in that. And Mark Twain, it's a conference game, and it's a rivalry game just because of the coaching situation.
Yep, you got younger brother Brandon McCann coaching for Bowling Green, and for Mark Twain, you got the older brother Cody McCann, and they're talking it over with the referees right now, and I'm guessing the outcome of this game will affect Christmas in one way or another.
Well, it'll certainly define bragging rights for Christmas, and who gets the first piece of turkey.
yeah, or who has to buy the other what might be in there as well. I don't know.
That's right. And interestingly enough, Mom was at the score table. It looks like she may have taken over babysitting duties at the moment.
She'll be back.
That would be an interesting position to be in as the mother / or parent, whether it be a male or a female, and have your two children coaching on opposite sides of the floor. So a lot of fun. Of course, not that they didn't have rivalries all growing up, because they were a couple of years apart, if I'm not mistaken. And so they played together in high school, and so I'm sure this is just an extension of that household rivalry that's gone on for years.
We'll talk more about it, including our keys to the game, coming up on Eagle 102.
It's the holidays and the end of another great year.
And at Bowling Green Chevrolet, we've saved the best for last. It's GM employee pricing plus for everyone. You heard me right. You pay what we pay, not a penny more.
What's the plus?
Only at Bowling Green Chevrolet, we'll give you free maintenance for 2 years.
Keep going.
Plus, no payments until spring of 2020.
Wow!
So wrap up your year with a new vehicle. Just go to BowlingGreenChevy.com and we'll even put a bow on it. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from our family to yours. Buy new roads this season at Bowling Green Chevrolet.
Where you'll always feel at home.
Approved credit. See dealer for details.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Family Drug in Louisiana and the Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. If you're new in town, come get acquainted. If you're one of our regulars, thank you. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Family Drug, 3rd in Georgia in Louisiana, and the Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
As a farmer, you rely on rainfall to ensure your crop production, but sometimes the weather doesn't cooperate. Droughts can happen and do. Long dry spells can ruin your crops, but shouldn't ruin your life. With a pasture, rangeland, and forage policy through NAU Country Insurance Company and Bowling Green Insurance Agency, you'll be provided with the extra protection you need. Contact Fred Carlson at Bowling Green Insurance to discuss how PRF can help manage your risk. NAU Country Insurance Company is an equal opportunity provider.
Hi, this is Kelsey Henderson, RN Case Manager for Pike County Home Health. Pike County Home Health offers a variety of services from skilled nursing to rehabilitation therapies. Home health is covered 100% by Medicare, and we accept most forms of insurance. Our caregivers work with your doctor and design a plan of care specifically for your needs and abilities. Our goal is to help you take control of your treatment, prevent future declines in your health, and improve your safety at home. If you have any questions or home health needs, please contact us at 573-324-2111 or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
About 4.5 minutes to go before tip-off here from Bowling Green High School. Just had a nice mother and son picture opportunity there at half court as the McCanns come together. And before we get to our starting lineups for this one, Bowling Green, they're going to have some changes in the starting lineup tonight. Won't go too far into it, but some folks late for practice, and we're going to have to start coming off the bench tonight. So Coach Brandon McCann putting a little accountability out there, and I think that bodes well for the team structure.
Without question. What's the age-old saying? You do the crime, you do the time.
Yeah.
And so they're going to get some time on the bench for not getting there on time. And you've got to set that down, especially early in the season like this.
Yep.
And as you and I were visiting off the air, in many cases the players will take care of a lot of that. Not only are you affecting yourself, you're affecting the team. And this is a conference game, and it's a game they want to win. I'm sure Coach Brandon McCann wants to win, and with his brother on the other end, as we've alluded to. It's a life learning experience for the part of the Bowling Green team tonight, and it'll go a long way towards the end of the season.
And I thought when he said that, maybe we're going to see Heidecker step into that role, but it's going to be another player that's logged more JV minutes than varsity minutes. Charlie Bowen is going to be inserted into the starting five, and we'll get to the full lineup here in a minute.
Right. Well, we saw Charlie get quite a few minutes on Tuesday night and played very well in the varsity game against Louisiana. So, and I'm sure his performance on Tuesday night has something to do with his chance to start here tonight.
We'll take one more quick break, and we'll come back with our starting lineups after this on Eagle 102.
Hello, everyone. This is Mark Gooden from Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy. On behalf of the officers, directors, and staff, we would like to extend our holiday greetings. May the warmth and cheer of the holiday season keep you and your loved ones safe and healthy. We sincerely appreciate your business and look forward to serving you in the new year. Merry Christmas from Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown bank since 1887. Member FDIC.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green. We've got something for everybody's budget. Everything from $1,000 all the way up to $35,000. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. If you're looking for a particular vehicle and you don't see it on the lot or the website, let me know, and I'll do my best to find it for you. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Family Drug in Louisiana and the Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. If you're new in town, come get acquainted. If you're one of our regulars, thank you. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Family Drug, 3rd in Georgia in Louisiana, and the Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Some people just have a knack for being there when you need them the most. Like your 3rd grade classmate who sticks up for you against that bully. The neighbor who gives you a jump start. And the friend who chases away that flock of geese at your outdoor wedding. Your State Farm agent has your back too, through good times and the not so good. And who's got your agent's back? State Farm, the company people have trusted for more than 90 years. We're here to help life go right.
Visit Cindy Blaylock Agency in Louisiana.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Eolia Landscaping Supply, Meyer Implement in Calumet, Missouri.
Starting lineups for this ball game for the Mark Twain Tigers are coached by Cody McCann, 3-4 on the season. They'll start a senior, number 3, Braden McLeod. Another senior, number 12, Ryan Spoonhour. Number 15, he's a senior, Caleb Peters. And a senior, number 20, Jace Barton. Finally, it's an all-senior lineup. Number 24, Preston Eckler gets a start. So McLeod, Spoonhour, Peters, Barton, and Eckler for Mark Twain. For the Bowling Green Bobcats, 5-2 on the season, coached by Brandon McCann. They'll start a junior at 6 foot, number 1, Michael Starks. A 6'3 senior, a 6'2 senior, number 23, Cameron Worley. I lost the height on him. Number 34, Matt McDaniel gets a start. 6'4 senior, number 35, George Niemeyer, and a sophomore at 5'9", number 33, Charlie Bowen. So there's your starters for both teams as the players are on the floor ready for the opening tip.
Bowling Green in their home whites, Mark Twain in their road blues. Bowling Green will move from our right to our left on your radio dial if you're listening to us on the radio, and Mark Twain will control the opening tip and have the first offensive possession. It looks like Preston Eckler will run the offense for them. Not a whole lot of size, a couple of bigger fellas. They'll try and shoot it a bunch as the first shot's off the mark by Eckler, and Bowling Green with the rebound. Up quickly to Worley. He'll penetrate in the paint, finger roll at the rim's no good, but he gets his own rebound and puts it right back in. So Worley with the first 2 points of the night, and Bowling Green off to a 2-0 lead. We played 30 seconds. A little token full court pressure that time. A steal by Worley. He'll head the other way. He's going to the glass. That's going to be a charge. Ran right over the top of the defender.
Good job by number 20 there, Jace Barton, for Mark Twain to get himself set, get those hands straight up in the air, and take that charge.
They'll extend the 2-2-1 press now to full court, and they've got Eckler trapped. Ooh, nice move there to spin out of trouble. Dribbles into the far corner. Now he'll try and reset things for the Mark Twain Tigers.
Those are some pink shoes.
Yes, they are. Pink stripes, anyway. Might want to give those to Coach Smith. They kind of match his suit. On the offensive end, looks like Bowling Green's going to drop into a man-to-man out of that 2-2-1 press. McLeod in the corner gets it to Barton. Barton now to Eckler at the head of the key. He's guarded by Worley. He'll dribble around, looks for some help, right wing to Spoonhour. Spoonhour now to Barton. Barton on the right wing, head of the key to McLeod. We've got a whistle away from the ball.
And that's something that Bowling Green needs to avoid is fouls on Michael Starks, especially away from the ball.
His first, team's second. On the inbounds, Mark Twain with the possession. Driving left baseline is Spoonhour. His shot's up, no good, and it goes out of bounds. Back to Bowling Green. Got too far underneath the basket that time, did Spoonhour.
Good job by Charlie Bowen to get him in that position.
Oh, man-to-man token full court press by the Tigers. No problem for Worley and the Cats. They lead it 2-0. We've played 1:45 here in this first quarter. Bowen to the head of the key to Starks. In the left corner now to Worley. Worley dribbles to the head of the key. Right wing to Bowen. He passes it underneath to Niemeyer, and it's going to deflect off 2 or 3 players. I'm going to say it's going off Starks. And the first turnover of the game will give it back to Mark Twain.
Good call by the official coming in from the far side.
Getting the full court pressure. McLeod in the backcourt, hands it off to Eckler. He'll get it across the timeline in the middle to Barton, but he's going to be fouled.
McDaniel going to pick up his first personal.
So 3 early fouls here by the Bobcats. That's not the way to start the game.
These new uniforms for Mark Twain this year?
They look nice. Both teams are quite dapperly dressed with Bowling Green in their new ones as well. Eckler, nice ball handling, but goes nowhere. He'll kick it to Barton. He'll shoot a long 3 from the right wing. No good. Starks with the rebound. They'll look to run. Don't have numbers, so Starks pulls up and sets the offense with 5:25 to play in the first. Worley to the right wing on a pick and roll. McDaniel looks now to Starks' left wing. Mark Twain still in that man-to-man. Bowen hands it back to Worley out between the circles. Gets that pick from McDaniel. Not much to do in there as well. Bowen will hand it off to Starks now with 5 minutes to play. Starks drives down the right side of the paint, gets it off the glass. No good. Barton with the rebound for Mark Twain. So Bowling Green content to be patient on the offensive end here in the early going. They lead it 2-0. Spooner, right wing now, dribbles to the free throw line, slashes down the paint. His shot's blocked, but they're going to say Niemeyer got him with the body. And George will pick up his first foul. Team's 4th. And Spooner, Ryan, will go to the free throw line, the senior. Wears number 12 on his road blue jersey. He'll get 2 shots. High arcing free throws off the back of the rim and no good. And in comes Dieters and Callahan. McDaniel and Bowen will take a seat. So the punishment was 3 minutes and 18 seconds. Second free throw from the rim, short, no good, but Spooner gets his own rebound.
A couple of Bobcats had a chance at it.
They did. Barton now with it, gets it down into the post to Peters. His shot's short, no good. He gets his own rebound. Reverse shot won't go, but Callahan on the glass. It's swatted away from him. Eckler will step back and shoot a 3 from the corner, and it's good. Good-looking step-back jumper by Preston Eckler. And Mark Twain has their first lead of the game at 3-2. Well, let's see if Bowling Green picks up the pace offensively now. As Worley dribbles it off the foot, tracks it down, he'll get it to Dieters. Dieters down to 4 minutes. Now Worley's going to shoot a deep 3 from the rim. It bounces around off the glass, won't go, and then 2 Mark Twain players fight over it, and it goes out of bounds back to Bowling Green. Like the aggressiveness of Mark Twain, but you got to know who you're battling with. Niemeyer to throw it in for the Cats underneath his own basket, right side of the paint. So then to Callahan to Dieters. He's open for 3. It's too long, and a rebounding foul on Niemeyer. That'll be his second, so George is probably destined for a trip to the bench with 3:52 to play in the first. And McDaniel up off the bench, and he'll come in for Niemeyer.
5 fouls against the Bobcats in 4 minutes and 8 seconds. That's too many.
That's exactly right. They're going to be shooting free throws, Will the Tigers, very shortly. Nice skip pass to Spooner, but it's swatted away by Worley. Good defensive play. Now he comes up with the loose ball, and Bowling Green looks to run. Dieters to the right baseline. Reverses field now, throws it out too tall for Worley. Barton will go to the glass. His layup's up and good. Went underneath the basket for a little reverse layup to keep Worley away from blocking it. And that's a 5-3 lead, or 5-2 lead, a 3-point lead, I should say, for Mark Twain, down to 3:15 to play in the first. Worley left wing now for the Cats. Throws it to nobody. Thought Starks was going to come to the head of the key, but he stopped. And the second turnover will give it back to Mark Twain. Mark Twain's always been a frisky group. So you got to play when you play them. You can't just try and get through the game and go through the motions. McLeod dribbles out of trouble to Eckler. He's going to fire another deep 3. A high archer's good.
I think Bowling Green may have even had a hand on that one too.
Preston Eckler with 2 3-pointers. The lead is 6 at 8-2. for the Tigers.
He doesn't care if his back's to the hoop or there's a hand in his face. He's going to chuck it up there.
Got to quickly release. They get it inside and to Worley, but he's whistled for the travel. And the third turnover will give it right back to Mark Twain. 8-2 our score. 2:35 to play in the first. Token full court pressure by Bowling Green. They have no problem, do the Tigers. Barton will step back for three in the near corner. It's off the front of the rim. No good. Goes to the far corner. Saved inbounds by McLeod. And then we've got a whistle and a foul. And that's going to be on Callahan. His first.
McLeod came out of the stands a little banged up, it looks like.
Yeah, he got up about 3 rows when he saved that ball. I think he hit his shin. So a good hustling play gets Mark Twain the ball back. To the head of the key, Spoonhour to Eckler. He's looking for some space. You got to stay close to him. As I said, he's got to quickly release, and he's hit 2 threes. McLeod goes into the paint. It's swatted away from him, stolen by Dieters. Dieters heads the other way, doesn't have the numbers again, so he'll slow things down for the Cats with 1:50 to play in the first. Still man-to-man defense by the Tigers. Dieters hands it off to Starks, back to Dieters. He'll penetrate in, drops it to McDaniel. He fumbles it and then finds the handle, and there's going to be a whistle and a foul. They're going to say it's in the act of shooting. So McDaniel will go to the line and shoot 2 shots.
Seems like the script is just carried over from the ladies' game. An 8-0 run right now for Mark Twain.
Exactly. Foul is the first. And McDaniel's on Barton, I should say. McDaniel's free throw does a double 360 and drops.
And had some English on it.
It did. Second one's off the back of the rim, however, no good. Into the game is Lakota Preston for Mark Twain. Eckler now to the right elbow. Penetrates in, kicks it out to Barton. Barton penetrates, nothing doing there. Back to Eckler. He'll fire another 3. It went off the front of the rim. Dieters with the rebound. He's got the numbers ahead to Starks to Callahan. His layup's up and good. That's what they need to do, in my opinion. I've said it all last year and all this year. They've got a bunch of athletic kids. Turn them loose and let them go, man. Up and down. Nearly a backcourt violation, but just missed the backcourt line. Barton spins inside the paint and scores. Jace Barton with his 4th. And that's a 10-5 lead for Mark Twain. We're under a minute to play in the first quarter. Starks now takes his time, walks it across the timeline for the Cats. Hands it to Dieters. They run a little weed. Dieters to the free throw line. Kicks it back to Starks. He'll shoot the 3. Left wing. Front of the rim. No good. Callahan with a good rebound. He'll hand it off to Worley. He'll penetrate in. It won't go. It's a whistle and a foul. And if that's on Barton, that'll be his second. Nope, it looks like they're going to call it on Peters. His first. But Worley will go to the free throw line. He had a nice game the other night against Louisiana. Led the Cats in scoring, if my memory serves me right. And he'll complete the first free throw. It's good, and he'll get a second. 10-6. Mark Twain still on top. Make it 10-7. As Worley drains them both, he's got 4. Down to 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Mark Twain, I think they must have scouted the other night. They know Bowling Green waits for him to cross the middle court stripe before they trap. Barton dribbles through trouble, picks up the loose ball, and then turns around and finds an open lane to the basket, and he scores. It's 12-7. Cats got to hurry, 12 seconds. Starks dribbles into the paint. He's got McDaniel open underneath. He can't convert the close-up shot. And Mark Twain with the rebound. Eckler gets it ahead, but it's too tall for Barton and goes out of bounds with 0.2 of a second to play in the quarter. So they'll just get it in bounds. You can't shoot a ball with less than 0.3. It'll just have to be a tip. And so they'll throw it in, and that'll do it for the first quarter of action. You score the Mark Twain Tigers 12. The Bowling Green Bobcats 7. This is the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of their mobile and online banking services like mobile check deposit, text banking, and online bill pay. Bank on your own terms with Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana. Stop by either Bank of Louisiana location today for more details or to open an account. Bank of Louisiana, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Home data rates may apply. Check with your carrier for details. Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. So easy, anyone can use them. Once you try it, you'll just have to buy it. Stop by Bowling Green Tractor to see how easy yard work can be. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Well, Mark Twain has the lead by 5 at 12-7, and they'll have the ball to start the second quarter. Maybe. Officials at the score table, I think they're debating over who has the arrow. If I remember right, Mark Twain won the opening tip. We haven't had a jump ball.
No.
So that would mean it should be Bowling Green's ball.
And they're still discussing.
And now we've got what could amount to a Geneva's convention at the score table.
Yeah. Bowling Green needs some representatives in there. There were two Tigers there. And Mark Twain still lost the argument.
So it will be Bobcats' ball to start the second quarter, trailing 12-7. Just joining us, the Bowling Green girls won the first game 42-31. For the Cats, it's Callahan, McDaniel, Dieters as they get it inside to Starks on the block. His spinning left-hander won't go. They're also joined by Callahan. It's Barton, Eckler, Spoonhour, Spoonhour, Preston, and McLeod for Mark Twain. Or check that. It's Peters as Preston goes in. His shot won't go. Loose ball rebound. Picked up by Bowling Green. They get it ahead to Dieters. His layup's up and good. Dieters' first bucket of the night cuts the lead to 3 at 12-9. Mark Twain gets it into the front court. Peters down to Barton. His shot won't go, but there's another whistle. That'll be the 7th team foul. And that'll be on Worley, his second. And Barton will go to the free throw line and shoot 2 shots.
Well, Bowling Green held off the bonus longer than I thought they would, where they were after the first 4 minutes of the ball game.
However, 53 seconds into the second, does not bode well with Mark Twain shooting free throws the rest of the way. Barton missed the first. Second one's good. He's got 7. Lead back to 4 at 13-9. Dieters in the backcourt. He'll walk it across the timeline in no hurry. As Matthias Daugherty goes to the score table, he'll check in the next dead ball for Mark Twain. Stark slashes to the bucket with the left hand, and his shot's up and good. And it's 13-11.
That's a good run through the lane.
It was, using the offhand as well. Into the front court now. Spoonhour dribbles out into trouble and loses the handle. Goes out of bounds. Back to Bowling Green. Third turnover of the game for Mark Twain. And the Cats will have a chance to tie or take the lead with this possession. Peters will take a seat. Daugherty in, as I said, for the Tigers. No rush for Bowling Green at this point. Dieters into the front court finally. Mark Twain in a 1-2-2 or a 3-2 zone. Dieters between the circles. Left wing to Worley. They play a little catch. Now they'll go to the right side to Starks. Back to Dieters. He'll get it to Callahan now. To Worley. Worley's open. Ball fakes. Penetrates in. His shot up with contact won't go. But there's a whistle and a foul. And Cameron Worley will go to the line. He'll get another 2-shot opportunity.
Seems like Bowling Green starting to impose their will a little bit offensively. Hasn't turned into a lead yet. and won't on this possession unless they get a rebound.
Foul on Doherty, his first. Worley's 1 for 2 this trip to the free throw line, and it's a 1-point lead for Mark Twain at 13-12. They break the pressure. Barton to the left paint, spins, and shot up and good. Second time he's made that move. And it's back to a 3-point lead, and we've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. 5:50 to play in the half. 15-12 our score. It's a 30-second timeout. This is the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
Midwest Pest Professionals offers monthly, bi-monthly, and quarterly services. Guaranteed service with no long-term contracts. If you're having a problem within 30 days of your treatment, they will come retreat at no charge to you. Midwest Pest Professionals in Bowling Green.
The human body can run like a well-oiled machine, but just like machines, they occasionally need attention. A lot of times because of accidents, injuries, or even general wear and tear, the body breaks down. This is Keith Oakes, Director of the Physical Therapy Department at Pike County Memorial Hospital. That's where therapy services can get you back to normal, daily activities. Don't let pain keep you from enjoying life. Let PCMH's team focus on your recovery so you can focus on what matters to you. Pike County Memorial Hospital, community owned, nationally known.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Out of the Mark Twain timeout, Bowling Green with the ball in the front court, trailing by 3. Starks has it, dribbles, had the key to Ward. He'll shoot a deep 3, and it's good. That one from about 23 feet, and it's good. Worley starting to heat up for the Cats. We're tied at 15. 5:10 to play in the first half. Eckler across the timeline. He'll be fouled by Callahan, and that'll walk us to the free throw line. As Preston Eckler will get a one-on-one opportunity for the Tigers.
Seems like the more traffic, the more off balance the shot attempt, the better Mark Twain shoots.
Well, let's see if Eckler can stand at the free throw line and shoot straight up, and it's good. He'll get a second.
I think he can pretty much just score from anywhere.
He is a solid player. He misses the free throw and then runs it old school, follows his own shot, step back 3 from the corner. It's short. He goes and gets the rebound again and saves it inbounds, and they're going to say it went off of Bowling Green but hit Eckler out of bounds. And so Bowling Green will get it back. Good hustle by the senior, Preston Eckler.
Yeah, he doesn't take a play off, that's for sure.
That's why you can wear those pink shoes.
Mm-hmm.
You got a little game. You can do that. But after all that, Bowling Green gets it back, trailing by 1. Worley on a pick and roll with Callahan, left wing to Dieters. Dieters gets it inside to Callahan. He's going to be fouled. And let's see who that's on. If that's on Barton, that'll be his second. Nope, they're going to call it on Matthias Doherty. That'll be his second. And into the game is Connor Eckler, a freshman. And the Spooner will take a seat. Bowling Green on the inbounds. No problem. Skip pass over to Worley, right wing. He penetrates in, loses the handle going up. And Mark Twain's got a break. They head the other way. Eckler stops, lets the defense go by, and then misses from straight underneath the basket. They get their own rebound. Eckler for 3. It's no good. Preston with the rebound. He'll go up, and it's partially blocked by McDaniel and goes out of bounds off of Bowling Green.
Yeah, you don't want to be 2 foot away and have an air ball like that.
Straight up and straight down and didn't hit anything. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Barton takes the inbounds pass. He'll get it back to Connor Eckler. We'll call him Connor and Preston to try and keep them separated. Preston now with it, left wing to Connor. On a pick and roll with Doherty to Barton. He'll shoot a fade away from 15. It's short, no good, but there's Preston with the rebound. He'll pull up from 3. Good.
Jeez.
I'll say one thing. He has the green light to shoot it anytime he wants.
Uh-huh.
Because if he doesn't have space, he's making some space. As he's hit 3 threes, he's got 10, and the lead grows back to 4 at 19-15.
You see, his brother has the same shoes on.
There was a discount at the shoe store that day. Dieters penetrates to the free throw line, tries to throw it inside, stolen away by Barton. Mark Twain's not going to go away here in this first half. They still lead by 4 with 3:20 to play in the quarter. We're in the second. So now Eckler's going to back up and try and make Callahan come out and guard him because he thinks he can go around him.
Or draw a foul trying.
Connor to Preston on the right wing. He'll go baseline between the legs. Now he gets to the baseline. His shot's no good, but there's a whistle on the foul you talked about. It's going to be either McDaniel or Callahan. It looks like this time they're going to call it on McDaniel. That'll be his second, so foul trouble mounting for the Bobcats, and Preston Eckler will go back to the line where he'll get 2 shots. First one's good. He'll get a second. 2 fouls for Niemeyer, McDaniel, Worley, and Callahan for the Cats. And we've still got 3 minutes to play in the first half. Second free throw's in and out, no good. So 2 for 4 free throws shooting for Eckler. But the lead's back 2-5. Worley to the far sideline, skips it to Starks on this wing. He tries to throw it across court to McDaniel, but it's deflected. And goes out of bounds back to Bowling Green. Jim Ross, Mark Froelich with you. Glad to have you with us tonight. Louisiana's at home against Community R6. Their Hall of Fame induction ceremony is tonight. Congratulations to all the new Hall of Famers. I don't have that list in front of me. Some familiar names on there, though, for sure. Off the inbounds, Worley in the corner for the Cats to Dieters. He'll hand it off to Worley. Worley now dribbles to the head of the key, penetrates in the paint. His running one-hander's up, no good. Loose ball rebound picked up by Connor Eckler for Mark Twain. He'll get it over to Preston. And Preston across the timeline with 2:20 to play in the half. Right wing now to Spoonhour, check back in the game. Left-hand dribble, hands it off to Preston. Nice crossover dribble to the free throw line, kicks it to Barton in the corner. He loses his handle. Now his shot's partially blocked by Bowling Green. That was Starks, and they head the other way on the break. Worley to Starks. His shot won't go, but there's a whistle and a foul. And Starks will go to the free throw line, and he'll get 2 shots.
Bowling Green having a little trouble getting second chances on offense. Either they're getting 1 or fewer shots per possession, and that's not going to bode too well for you in the final score.
And, man, they hit the offensive glass hard on Tuesday night against Ellsbury. The foul is on Preston Eckler, his first. As Starks makes the first free throw, he'll get a second now. Back into the game is Caleb Peters for Mark Twain. Doherty will take a seat. 2:01 to play in the half as Starks makes the second. He's got 4, and the lead is a 20-17 3-point lead for the Tigers. They take their time against the man-to-man press this time by Bowling Green. No problems for the Tigers. Preston on the dribble now, looks for a pick and roll. Crosses over, step back 3 from the wing, off the front of the rim, no good. Peters with the rebound. His reverse putback won't go, and McDaniel will grab the rebound. And the foul is going to go on. They're going to call it on Peters. He acted like it was on him. Let's see if he was actually guilty or not. Eckler, his second. And the Cats will get it back with 1:35 to play. Dieters moseys across the timeline. Trailing by 3, 20-17. They get it into McDonald on the right block. His little baby hook won't go. Starks comes and gets a loose ball rebound and scores. The rebound went to the floor. Nobody grabbed it. Starks hustled in from the right elbow, or left elbow, I should say, and got the rebound and the score. And it's a 1-point game at 20-19. Spoonhour on the dribble, crossover to the paint. His shot's no good as it's blocked, and they'll call a jump ball. And on the alternating air, I think it was McDaniel, wasn't it, with the block, or maybe Callahan. I couldn't tell.
There's a lot of hair.
It was somebody with a lot of hair, yeah. It kind of looks like they go to the same barber, or lack thereof. But on the alternating arrow, Mark Twain will get it underneath their own basket. They'll lob it into Peters. He's open left elbow for 2, I should say, from 15. Goes and gets his own rebound. It's partially blocked from behind by McDaniel. Then he gets the rebound and throws it out of bounds.
Well, Matt usually has a little bit of curl to the end of his, like almost like a bob.
That's how you tell them apart?
But he was wearing a ball cap earlier, so it's a little straighter tonight, like Callahan's.
So is that an all-natural curl, or is that?
It looks like he does something to it.
I'm going to leave that up to you. I'm leaving that one alone.
Eckler, I don't know what I'm doing.
Eckler on the dribble. He's whistled for a 5-second closely guarded violation. He's quite the ball handler, but he got a little too cute that time. He's going to take a seat as he's got 2 fouls. And Lakota Preston will come in. They'll get him out of the game before he picks up a silly 3rd foul in this final minute of the first half. We're down to 45. Bowling Green back in the front court now. Dieters dribbles to the left wing. Looks for some help to Starks. Starks dribbles now to the right corner in a double team to Dieters. Dieters outside the arc, left wing to Worley. He'll drive to the left baseline. In trouble, gets it to Starks, so he'll go up and his shot's blocked. But they're going to say a body foul that time on Mark Twain. That'll go on Spoonar, I believe. Who are they going to call that on? Peters, maybe.
Caleb Peters, yeah.
With his second. And Michael Starks will go back to the free throw line, the junior. He'll get 2 shots. First one off the mark. He'll get a second, so he can still tie this game. And they're going to bring Eckler back in with his 2 fouls for this final offensive possession of the half for Mark Twain.
Bowling Green's had a couple of opportunities to tie or take the lead from the line and just haven't been able to do it.
And on the missed free throw, Callahan's going to go over the back. So we'll walk to the other end as Callahan picks up his 3rd. And to the free throw line is Jace Barton. He's 1 for 2 so far tonight. And he'll get a 2 free throw opportunities. Bowling Green's over the 10 foul double bonus. That one's off the mark. He'll get a second. Preston back in. Eckler to the bench with 23 seconds to play. Second free throw by Barton is off the back of the rim and no good as well. And Starks will get the rebound. We'll see if Bowling Green wants to play for one. They can take the lead with a bucket here in the final 16 seconds. Worley on the right wing gets it inside to Callahan. Nice ball fake, shot up off the glass, and good. He's got 4, and Bowling Green has the lead, and we've got a whistle and a timeout, a 30-second timeout. Let's keep it right here as they're going to play for the last shot as Cody McCann wants to set something up, and they'll have it just across the timeline. This is kind of a college coaching move because in college, if you don't use a timeout in the first half, you lose it for the second half. Not the case in high school, but you see a lot of timeouts in college right in the on the last possession to set something up so they can burn that timeout. Bowling Green on top 21-20.
4 free throws there in the last minute, 2 on each side, and 0 for 4 in a Bowling Green could have taken the lead, and then Mark Twain could have extended it to a 3-pointer. Instead, Bowling Green right now has the lead in this ball game by a point.
Well, let's see what kind of inbound play Cody McCann's drawn up. Nothing special. He's just going to get it to Eckler. He'll get it to Barton. He'll slash down the left side of the paint. Fadeaway jumper at the buzzer from the baseline is no good. And that'll do it for the first half of action. A low-scoring affair, but a good game so far. And Bowling Green goes to the locker room on top. 21-20. Halftime show's next on Eagle 102.
Hankey Construction has been building quality new and custom-built homes. If you can dream it, Hankey Construction can build it. Custom homes built right. Hankey Construction, 2547 North Highway 61 in Troy.
2019 is almost over, and now is the time to buy that new or used car, truck, and SUV from Pogue Ford in Bowling Green. Everything must go, and if you buy a car between now and December 31st, you'll receive 2 years of oil changes for free. Contact Pogue Ford in Bowling Green today to take advantage of this huge promotion while it lasts. Pogue Ford, Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green, where they make your dollar go further.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Hankey Construction, Midwest Pest Professionals, and Perkins Electrical Services.
21-20 after 2 quarters. Bowling Green leading Mark Twain as the bomb squad comes out to perform at halftime. And just a This has been a whole night of runs, Jim Ross.
It has. And I'm going to run and stand up here and get my bonus.
I just did the same thing. I did the same thing just to get the cracks out of those knees before we got into this halftime report. But they perform a Christmas routine, but Ugly Sweater Night has not disappointed.
It has not. And the cheerleaders are dressed in all green Christmas decoration. And does it say "We Are Bowling Green" on the front?
I haven't been able to figure that out yet.
We are so fetch.
There you go.
Is that like, you ought to know that. You've got a young daughter. What's that mean?
No.
They're talking a language I don't understand.
Uh-huh.
Kind of an entertaining little deal, though, aren't they?
Uh-huh.
Well, let's tell you about the scoring while we watch this online. For Bowling Green, they've got 5 players in the scoring column. Cameron Worley with 8, Michael Starks with 6, Austin Callahan with 4, Gavin Diaz with 2, and Matt McDonald with 1. The Cats were 6 for 10 from the free throw line. They turned it over 6 times. They led by 2. I think that was the first 2 points of the game, actually. And now they lead by 1 at half, 21-20. For Mark Twain, you're going to love this. Only 2 players scored the entire half. Preston Eckler with 11, Jace Barton with 9. That's their 20. They were 3 for 10 woeful free throw shooting for the Tigers. 3 turnovers in the first half, and they led by as many as 6 in that first half.
All right, Jim, I actually did figure it out. They were doing Mean Girls. They were doing a scene from the movie Mean Girls.
Now you're making a broad assumption that I've seen Mean Girls.
I'm slouched in my chair here.
Because you have?
I've watched it actually several times. That's,
my gosh.
That's one that
could be a man card penalty for you.
Liv likes that one.
Well, yes, with a young daughter at home, I could see how that might be a requirement. However, you could have gone
to the Tina Fey. You can't beat Tina Fey. Tina Fey's good.
You could have gone to the other room and watched a ball game or something, though.
No. All my TVs are pretty well taken on every night of the week. You got April, in the family room / office watching Snapped or Dateline. You got Liv in the living room watching something like that. And I think the cats are in my bedroom watching Dog Whisper or something like that. I have no control over my house.
Looks like they're passing out awards for the Ugly Sweater
They are.
winners. They have, they've got a young person, obviously. They've got maybe a graduate, because that's Caitlin Billhartz, isn't it?
Yeah.
And maybe a high school student are the 3 winners. And they had a 4th. What do you call those? A sash that goes across like Miss America.
Yeah.
But whoever the 4th winner was not willing to show
what that was. Grand champion, maybe, I don't know.
But I can't believe you didn't come with your ugly sweater.
I don't have one.
There you go.
April? That is not something that I have bought into yet.
Get one of those Blues jerseys and get rid of it and get this man an ugly sweater for Christmas.
Well, I've got a Red Wings and a Blackhawks sweater at home. I going with the classic. Don't call them jerseys, call them sweaters. But
there you go.
Yeah, and maybe like a '90s Ducks jersey or something like that. That's pretty ugly.
No, April, it's Christmas. Get him an ugly sweater.
Yeah,
true.
I don't
marching orders for the next. Let's see, what are we? 5 days, 6 days from Christmas, 6 days from Christmas. Yep.
There are other things on our list at this point. I don't think we've really started shopping for each other yet. Let's take a break. 21-20. Bowling Green leads Mark Twain after 2 teams back on the floor. Get ready for the second half after this on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
It's good to aim high. and sports can help children reach their goals. Join Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green and Farm Mutual Insurance in supporting local athletes. Be sure to catch all the action this sports season. Pike County Mutual Insurance salutes young local athletes and wishes them well. And they look forward to protecting these young adults with strong insurance coverage during what is sure to be a bright future. Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green.
Mike's Tire and Service Center in Bowling Green is your oil change specialist. Right now, get a Havoline conventional oil change for only $30 or a full synthetic change for $50. Dexos approved up to 6 quarts, and the best part, free pickup and delivery. Remember, Mike's does truck, trailer, and tire repair, brakes, PMs inspections, and roadside assistance. Give the friendly folks at Mike's Tire and Service Center a call for more information, 324-3389, or stop by and see the gang at 915 Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
Hi, this is Kelsey Henderson, RN Case Manager for Pike County Home Health. Pike County Home Health offers a variety of services from skilled nursing to rehabilitation therapies. Our care is focused on helping you recover from an acute illness, surgery, accident, or change in medical condition. We strive to help you recover in an environment where you feel most comfortable. If you have any questions or home health needs, please contact us at 573-324-2111 or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Welcome back to Bowling Green High School. We're at halftime as this EMO conference matchup, the McCann duel, the McCann brothers coaching each respective squad, and the Cats are on top at half 21-20. And Mark, a low-scoring affair. I guess you could define it as controlling tempo, but I'd sure like to see him go up and down a little bit this second half.
I'm wondering how this is going to go because, Cody's the older brother, but Brandon will tell you that B comes before C in the alphabet, so that would make him number one. I guess it's going to be up to the players here in the second half who takes this ball game.
We do have a halftime score from Louisiana. North Callaway leads the Bulldogs. I think I said community. It's North Callaway.
Yeah, North Callaway. You were in the right direction.
In a conference game, obviously. North Callaway leads at half 28-19. So, yeah, we'll have to see here who's willing to turn it up. We talked about it a little bit the other night in Tuesday night's game against Louisiana. Bowling Green has the ability and the athleticism to go up and down the floor and score points in bunches. It's just a matter of is Coach McCann willing to turn them loose and let them go.
I think they're the bigger, probably more talented team, but Mark Twain has some shooters, and they're, like you said, plucky or
spunky.
Spunky, yeah.
There you go. Bowling Green has it to start the second half. Starks is going to start it with a running one-hander. It's up and good. He's got 8. And the lead goes to the biggest of the night for Bowling Green at 3, 23-20. Looks like the original starting, well, not the original normal starters for Bowling Green back in the lineup, and the original starters back into the game for Mark Twain. And we've got a whistle and a foul, the first offensive trip down. Now, this is something to keep an eye on for Bowling Green. They have 3 players with 2 and 1 player, Austin Callahan, with 3 as we start this second half.
That's Dieter's first.
On the inbounds, it's going to be stolen and saved by Starks. He'll get it ahead to Callahan. He'll pick up the loose ball and get it back to a guard. That's Dieter's. And he'll run it with a 23-20 lead. Now he'll get the pick and roll with Callahan. Goes down the paint, turns around, finds an open look, and scores from about 8. So Gavin Dieters with his 4th point of the game, and the lead grows to 5 at 25-20.
That play doesn't happen, though, without that defensive save by Starks. I think this has been his best all-around game tonight, and if he can stay out of foul trouble here in the second half, he can do some things.
There's another steal by Callahan. He's going to try and take it the length of the floor with the left hand. It's up and good as Peters tried to punch it out from underneath the bucket, but it was already down. A timeout on the floor. Cody McCann wants to try and stop the bleeding. It's an early 6-0 run for the Cats. They lead at 27-20 here in the third quarter. This is the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Pogue Ford, and Bank of Louisiana.
27-20, Bobcats lead. That's their biggest lead. And Mark, we talked about speeding things up. They've coaxed 2 turnovers out of Mark Twain and converted them into points here in this second half, start of this second half, and have their biggest lead of the game so far.
Funny what a little tempo will do.
Isn't it, though? Now they'll try and press full court. Looks like it'll be of the man-to-man variety and really try and speed things up in this ball game. They get it in bounds to the Tigers. Spoonhour in the backcourt guarded by Worley. He'll break the timeline without issue. And Mark Twain will set their offense. Only 2 players scored for Mark Twain that first half. Spoonhour is going to try and change that. It won't go. Worley with the rebound. They look to run. They've got the numbers to Niemeyer. He'll go up and under for the reverse layup, and it's good. George Niemeyer's first 2 points of the night, and the lead's up to 9 now for Bowling Green. Eckler in the front court. I said only 2 players. Eckler and Barton are only 2 players to score for Mark Twain so far in this game. We'll pay some attention to them, and they can make life tough on the Tigers, can the Cats. Spoonhour on the dribble now outside the arc to Peters, right wing now to Eckler. He'll fire a quick 3. That's short, an air ball, actually. It's going to go out of bounds. And back to Bowling Green.
I don't think that McLeod has ever been right since going up into the bleachers in the first half. He's kind of still just tiptoeing around out there.
Acting gingerly?
Yeah.
Into the front court, Dieters starts the offense. It's the weave. They'll give it to Callahan. Now to Niemeyer outside the arc. He's not going to shoot it from there. He'll get it to Worley. He'll shot fake. Penetrates into the paint off the glass. No good. Niemeyer with the offensive rebound. His putbacks up and good. So back-to-back buckets by George Niemeyer. And the lead is 11. A 11-0 run to start the third quarter. Mark Twain yet to score. We played almost 3 minutes. Eckler now on the dribble. Gets to the block. Goes up and under with the scoop layup. And it's good. Got the defender in the air a little bit that time. He's got 13, and he stops the 11-0 run. Worley back quickly. He'll hand it off to Niemeyer, and he's going to run over the top of Peters, and that's a charge.
Bowling Green fans don't like it.
Well, there's a new way of calling a charge these days, and maybe in my next view from the baseline, I'm going to publish a little thing that talks about those sort of things. So tune in to that later on. I'm not going to get in tonight. Lakota Preston into the game for Mark Twain, as is Connor Eckler. Niemeyer will have to take a seat with his third foul. McDaniel returns for the Bobcats. Preston to the left wing. Looks for help now. Gets to Barton. Barton penetrates left baseline. His shot's up off the glass. No good. And we got Starks and Preston together, and the jump ball will create an alternating arrow for Mark Twain. Right side of the bucket on the baseline. They'll get it into Preston. It's away with the travel. Kicks it back out to Eckler. That's Preston. He'll step back 3. It's high arcing, but it's short. Barton with the rebound. He'll go to the glass. It won't go. Callahan with the rebound for the Cats, and he dribbles it off his foot, trying to clear the defense, and it goes out of bounds back to Mark Twain. Just the 7th turnover of the game for the Cats.
4:37 to play here in the third quarter. 9-point Bowling Green lead.
Connor Eckler triggers it in to Preston. He gets 3 guys in the air, and then is fouled as he goes back up.
3 guys in the air twice.
He'll go to the line. He'll get 2 shots. And here we go again with the fouls for Bowling Green. 3 team fouls for them, none on Mark Twain. Eckler, for as good a player and shooter as he is having a rough night from the free throw line, as he's now 2 for 5. He will get a second.
I think he's one of those players that needs a hand in the face.
You may be right as he misses them both. Some guys can't shoot when they're not guarded, when they're wide open. Worley's wide open. Speaking of wide open, his three rattles around, won't go. Dieters goes high for the rebound. Bodies everywhere. It's no room for. You got to be a man underneath right now. And the outlet pass is deflected, stolen back by Bowling Green. That's Worley with the running one-hander. And it's good. Give him 10. And the lead back to 11 for the Cats. Preston across the timeline up in front of the Mark Twain bench. Drives baseline, step back 15-footers. Good. I think you're right, Mark. I think he's got to be guarded or he can't shoot it. 3:50 to play in the third. 33-24, Bowling Green on top. They led by 1 at half.
I was always the kind that needed enough time to get set, but not enough time to think about it.
Mark Twain's dropped back into that 3-2 zone to try and spread out across the front. Bowling Green gets it to McDaniel on the right block. His shot won't go. Preston with the rebound, and Eckler traveled. He started to put it on the floor, but Worley was standing there, and he traveled before he could dribble. And the third turnover of the half, 6th of the game, gives the ball back to Bowling Green. Right wing now for Starks. He'll dribble to the left elbow, kicks to Dieters. He's open for three, left wing. It's long off the back iron. And a rebounding foul on Starks on a long rebound. Now he's got 2. Everybody's got 2 that has played for Bowling Green except for Callahan and Niemeyer, and they have 3. With 3:15 to play in the third. Will that become a factor in this game? We shall see. Mark Twain gets through some pressure in the backcourt, now to the front court. Barton in the far corner. Dribbles to the paint, up and under, scoop layup is good, and we've got a whistle and a foul.
Now Mark Twain starting to put together a little run.
Still, the only 2 players for Mark Twain to score in this game are Preston Eckler and Barton. Barton with 11 and 15 for Eckler, and Barton will go to the line to try and complete a 3-point play. Doherty returns for Peters. And Spooner for Preston as the free throw is good. And the lead shrinks to 6, down from 11. 33-27. 2:50 to play in the third. Mark Twain extends their little 1-2-2 half-court defense a little bit this trip down. Worley in the near corner. Holds it high above his head. Dribbles out of trouble. Now lobs it inside to Callahan. He tries to drop it down low, and it's stolen away by Mark Twain. Eckler, he's going to the glass, and his shot's partially blocked and goes out of bounds. Maybe Bowling Green got away with a foul.
Close.
A lot of contact there.
I think they maybe outran the officials a little bit.
So they'll get it on the inbounds wheel. Mark Twain, no problems getting it into Spooner. He'll dribble into the paint, kicks it out to Preston Eckler. Couple ball fakes, doesn't go anywhere. Now puts it on the floor once, and now to his namesake Connor. Right wing to Barton. Barton crossover dribble, drives right baseline, up off high off the glass. It won't go. Worley with the rebound. He'll look to run a little bit. They don't have numbers, so he'll slow it down. Worley now right wing to Dieters. Dieters gets into the paint, drops it down to McDaniel. He's wide open for a layup from the left side, and it's good. Give Matt McDaniel 3 for the night. And it's 35-27, down to $1.52. Eckler nearly loses the handle. And we've got a whistle and a foul on Starks, and that'll be his third. Really a disjointed play there.
Yeah.
Eckler actually lost the handle. The ball was kind of loose, and Starks got his hands in there and was whistled for the foul. His third, team 6, no fouls on Mark Twain yet in the third quarter. Until now. As Connor Eckler drives in and runs over the top of the defender, and he's whistled for the charge.
Well, we said how good Mark Twain is at taking charges. Now they dole one out.
35-27. Now Bowling Green in no hurry, no pressure. Dieters across the half-court stripe with 1:35 to play. They're working around against this zone. Skip pass over to Starks in front of the Bowling Green bench. Now a baseball pass underneath to Worley, diagonally, but it's blocked. Saved inbounds by Doherty, and Mark Twain looks to run up quickly to Spooner. His shot's blocked and goes out of bounds as Starks went high to block the attempted layup. And the Cats will get it back, or check that. The Tigers will get it back with 1:18 to play in the third.
Cody McCann wanted a foul on that one, but that block was a lot cleaner than the one at the other end.
Without question. On the inbounds, they'll look to Preston, and he's going to be pushed by Dieters.
And that's what Cody McCann's politicking just got.
That'll be Dieter's third and the 7th team foul, and Mark Twain will... Actually, they're going to get to the 1-on-1 faster than they did in the first half. A minute 13 to play in the third, and they'll shoot free throws the rest of the way. As Eckler makes the first of the 1-on-1, he'll get a second. Can they make any? They were 3 for 10 in the first half, or this would be a different game as we speak. Second free throw by Eckler. It's up and good, so maybe he's found the mark.
Took him 9 minutes to get into the bonus in the first half. Takes him 7 this time. Less than 7.
35-29 as Mark Twain tries to crawl back in this. Bowling Green's led by as many as 11. Worley crossover dribble into the paint. His shot's partially blocked, stolen, or Peters comes away with it. He throws it away to get it right back to Worley, and he'll shoot the layup and score. Peters didn't take care of the outlet pass, and the steal and turnover gives Worley a wide open layup, and it's 37-29. Into the front court, Preston Eckler now. Check that Connor Eckler. He's going to dribble it off his knee, and it's out of bounds to Bowling Green.
Good job by Starks not to make contact with that ball as it went past.
McLeod will return, or check that. It's, McLeod, Braden. And young Eckler will take a seat for Mark Twain. We're under 40 seconds to play in the third. Bowling Green up by 8, 37-29. Can they get it to double digits? Starks is playing a little catch with Dieters. Down to 26. Worley's going to shoot the three off the front end, but Starks is there for the putback, rebound, and score. On the tip in by Starks, it's 39-29. Eckler back quickly for Mark Twain. Loses the handle. He's going to have to get rid of it to Doherty. He gets it inside to Peters. He'll go up. His shot's way off the mark. Bowling Green's got 5. Got 4, and Starks tries to baseball pass it down the court, but it's deflected out of bounds by Eckler. And the Cats will have it with 2.4, and Brandon McCann will call a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. Let's keep it right here for the final 2.4 seconds. And he'll draw up that infamous play from half court that his brother tried in the first half. Didn't work so good.
Well, we saw a play a couple of years ago to end the Bowling Green tournament. An inbound from about this spot in the game between Louisiana and Van Far. Worked out pretty well for Van Far that night.
It did. And how they got it so quickly to that far block over there is beyond me. But, yeah, it worked to perfection. So let's see what Brandon McCann has drawn up. There are a lot of neat little sideline inbounds plays that we used to run in my day, which was a long time ago. Looks like Mark Twain's going to play man, so maybe they can do that. Worley gets it in. He's just going to fire a wide one. It's off the mark and no good. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Your score, the Bowling Green Bobcats 39, the Mark Twain Tigers 29. The fourth quarter's next on Eagle 102.
Craig Bowen CPA encourages everyone to get out and support their favorite high school sports teams this season. As a proud sponsor of all the area athletes, Craig Bowen CPA hopes to see you filling the stands to show your support. Showing the area athletes they always have your support is what's key. Craig Bowen CPA on the square in Bowling Green.
As a farmer, you rely on rainfall to ensure your crop production, but sometimes the weather doesn't cooperate. Droughts can happen and do. Long dry spells can ruin your crops, but shouldn't ruin your life. With a pasture, rangeland, and forage policy through NAU Country Insurance Company and Bowling Green Insurance Agency, you'll be provided with the extra protection you need. Contact Fred Carlson at Bowling Green Insurance to discuss how PRF can help manage your risk. NAU Country Insurance Company is an equal opportunity provider.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
18-9 scoring advantage for Bowling Green in that third quarter, and they take a 10-point lead into the fourth, leading 39-29. They had the ball to start the fourth quarter with their normal starters back in the game. Morley down the left lane, slashes up off the glass, and good. Man, that was a pretty shot. He's got 14, and the lead goes to 12. Biggest of the night for Bowling Green. Now Eckler fires a deep three and answers right back for the Tigers. He's putting up a nice number for individual stats in this game. I'll have to add them up when I get a chance. There's so many of them. And Niemeyer, who's back in the game, tries to go to the bucket. He's going to be fouled by Peters.
Just the second foul against Mark Twain here in the second half.
Peters' third, however. And Starks will trigger it in right here below us at the 28-foot mark. In the backcourt to Dieters. He'll cross the timeline, and they'll start that weave action. Callahan now to Niemeyer at the head of the key. Ball fakes to Worley, left wing. Now to Dieters in the far corner. Down to 7 minutes to play in the game. 41-32. Bowling Green on top. Dieters now outside the arc on the left wing, directing traffic. Gets a pick from Niemeyer. On the pick and roll, he'll go to the glass. His shot partially blocked by Peters, and it wouldn't go. Good defensive recovery that time by Caleb Peters. Eckler back for Mark Twain to the left wing. He'll shoot a high arcing three. It's short. Barton with the rebound. He goes up and under. His reverse layup's partially blocked. It's loose on the floor, and it kicks outside to Spooniron. Spooniron now to Eckler. He'll fire another three, and it's good. It's open season for Preston Eckler as he drains another three, his fifth three-pointer of the night, and Niemeyer drives baseline, but he's whistled for the travel.
And Mark Twain will get a chance to extend their run a little bit further.
23 for Eckler with 6:15 to play. However, they still trail by 6, 41-35. Spoonhour in the front court, guarded by Worley. Still on the dribble, down the left sideline to the baseline in the corner. Gets it inside to Peters. He shoots it with the left hand from about 8, gets his own rebound, and it's swatted away. The whistle and the foul, I believe that's going to be on Starks down low. That'll be his fourth, and Caleb Peters will go to the free throw line. He'll get 2 shots. Can we have an anomaly here? Someone score a point for Mark Twain besides Jace Barton or Preston Eckler? They've scored all the points so far tonight for Mark Twain.
Not anymore.
As Peters' first is good. He'll get a second as Charlie Bowen back in for Michael Starks. Second, Peters freaked those off the mark. No good. Worley with the rebound. Now we've got a rebounding foul on Lakota Preston. His first, team's third. Not a bad foul for Mark Twain. Similar situation as the Bowling Green girls were. Mark Twain wants to get up at least close to that bonus in case they have to start fouling to try and get the ball back late in this game. Dieters across the timeline, gets a pick and roll from Callahan. On the weave, he hands it to Bowen. Bowen in the trouble, gets it to Dieters. He'll shoot the three left wing. It's an air ball, but there's Callahan with the loose ball. Callahan has shown a knack on the offensive glass in the 2 games that I've seen to get the ball and do great work for the Cats. Worley on the crossover dribble to the paint. His runner's off the glass. It's no good, but there's a whistle and a foul as he went to the bucket. Let's see if they're going to call it in the act. And they are not. They're going to say it was on the drive. Foul's going to go against Preston, his second. Bowen to throw it in right side of the paint on the baseline. To Worley. He'll drive to the block. His shot's up and good. He's really improved going to the hole and likes to shoot that runner. So he's made several of them tonight. He's got 8 in the second half, 16 for the game. Eckler on the dribble now. A little push off and a charge. Got that little forearm out there, made some space. He's got a really good step-back jumper, but he used that forearm to make room that time and was caught by the official. And that is his third foul, and Bowling Green will get it back with exactly 5 minutes to play in the ballgame.
All of a sudden, those fouls have tightened up a little bit.
And Dieters goes to the line, and Peters looking for an Academy Award on that charge. Fell just a shade early, and he's whistled for the block. That'll be his fourth. And Gavin Dieters will step to the free throw line for the first time tonight, and he'll get 2 shots. First one's up and good. He'll get a second. It's going to be fun taking a look at the schedule and seeing when some of these top teams are going to run into each other as Dieters makes a second. And Bowling Green would qualify as one of those top teams in the EMO, along with Van Far and Montgomery County. Eckler to the line again, or to the bucket again, and his shot is swatted away, or who are they going to call that on?
Against the Bobcats, 19 foul, and the third on Worley.
Man, he swatted that way up high, but was whistled for the foul. And Eckler will shoot the first of 2, and it's good. He'll get a second.
Doesn't get any easier for Mark Twain. They host Clopton tomorrow, boys and girls action.
Is that right? Well, back-to-back conference game as Eckler makes them both. Is that in Bowling or in Clopton or Mark Twain?
At Mark Twain.
In center. Dieters across the timeline, gets to the paint, pulls up from 8. Back the rim, no good. Worley with the offensive rebound and put back, and it's good. He's got 10 and a half, 18 now for Cameron. And it's back to a 9-point lead. This game's far from over, folks. 4:20 to play. Mark Twain led by as many as 6 in the first half, and now we've got a whistle on Bowen as Lakota Preston tries to go to the line, and that'll be the 10th team foul on Bowling Green. And Mark Twain will shoot 2 from here on out with 4:14 to play. First one's good. He'll get a second. Intensity picking up a little bit in this game, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
The big left-hander makes them both. And it's down to a 7-point lead, 47-40. Worley into the front court. Crossover to the paint. They're running one-hander this time of the scoop variety. It won't go. Barton with the rebound, dribbles out of trouble. Now he's taking it to the glass. Nobody picks him up. He beat everybody down the floor and scores the layup, and the lead's down to 5. And here comes full court pressure by Mark Twain, and Bowling Green's going to call a timeout. 3:50 to play in the game. 47-42, Bowling Green on top. It's the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
County Market in Louisiana is there for you when life is crazy. While you're chasing your favorite sports teams throughout the season, remember County Market has hot and ready meals at their deli and fresh sweets in the bakery. County Market in Louisiana wishes all the area teams the best of luck this season.
Hi, this is Kelsey Henderson, RN Case Manager for Pike County Home Health. Pike County Home Health offers a variety of services from skilled nursing to rehabilitation therapies. Home health is covered 100% by Medicare, and we accept most forms of insurance. Our caregivers work with your doctor and design a plan of care specifically for your needs and abilities. Our goal is to help you take control of your treatment, prevent future declines in your health, and improve your safety at home. If you have any questions or home health needs, please contact us at 573-324-2111 or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Outlaw Lawn and Landscaping, Young Enterprises Incorporated, Crossroads General Store, and the Twin Pike Family YMCA.
47-42, Mr. Froelich. The Tigers scratching back into this thing. 3:50 to play. And full court pressure by Mark Twain.
Mark Twain's been able to get to this point. They just haven't been able to get over the hump here in the second half.
That's exactly right. Let's see how the man-to-man full court pressure works out for him. Dieters gets it into the front court to Callahan, left side to Bowen. Bowen looks underneath. He throws away, but it's going to go off the fingertips of Barton. He tried to save it, but he was a little late. And Bowling Green will have it underneath their own basket, left side of the paint with 3:37 to play. Still leading by 5. Lob it into Worley. He'll back up between the circles. To Dieters. They'll trade spots. And they'll go from there. Mark Twain still in the man-to-man in the half court. Niemeyer left side to Bowen, and he's going to be fouled by Eckler. That's going to be his 4th. So Eckler and Peters both with 4 for Mark Twain. Starks with 4 for Bowling Green, and Charlie Bowen will go to the line for his first trip to the free throw line tonight. It's good. He'll get a second. Mark Twain's 17th foul, so both teams shooting free throws the rest of the way. Bowen will get a second.
Eckler about, 70% of the scoring tonight for Mark Twain, so they can't afford to lose him.
Not at all. Lakota Preston will hand it back to Spoonhour. He'll get it across the timeline, trailing by 7, down to 3:15 to play in the game. He'll hand it off to Barton, and Eckler will fire a 3. It's short. Bowen with the rebound. Good work by the young sophomore. He'll get it to Worley ahead to Dieters into the front court now. Up the left sideline, we've got a whistle and a foul on Spoonhour. That'll be his first, so now I guess maybe we'll see if Bowling Green can convert some free throws and put this game away. And they've actually been pretty good in the second half. Bowen gets a nice hand as he takes a seat. And Starks returns. Dieter's first free throw is good. He'll get the second. He's got 5 in the second half, 7 in the game for the senior.
Been especially good at hitting the front halves of 1-and-1s.
Second one's off the back of the rim, no good. The old announcer's jinx, right? But it's
they hit the first one.
And they get it to Barton. Barton is going to fall down and gets it to Peters. His shot won't go. Callahan with the rebound to Starks. They've got numbers. They'll get it ahead to Niemeyer. He slows down to Worley. He slashes down the lane. His shot won't go, but there's Niemeyer on the offensive glass. His putback won't go. But he'll get a chance to shoot free throws as there's a whistle and a foul. And George Niemeyer will get 2 shots. Foul is on Peters, and that'll do it for him. He'll finish the night with 1 point, 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. And the senior will finish the night for Mark Twain. 2:33 to play in the ballgame. Niemeyer at the free throw line. First trip to the charity stripe for him this evening. And it rattles in and out. The lead is 8.
Oh, I hadn't seen Coach Tony Francis until just now. I didn't know if he was here or not. I see him talking to some of his players.
Yeah, he got here before the game. I saw him chatting with the 2 coaches from the respective clubs here tonight. So the second free throw is good. The lead is 9. Spoonhour dribbles down the sideline through a double team to the left block. Now he picks up his dribble, gives it to Eckler. His reverse layup's no good. Niemeyer with the rebound. Has his outlet pass stolen by Barton. His turnaround fadeaway jumper's off the glass and good.
That was nice.
Barton doing good work offensively as well. He's got 16 for the Tigers. He and Eckler have scored all but 3 points, and we've got a whistle and a foul on Lakota Preston with 1:56 to play. And to the free throw line is Cameron, I should say, Worley. First free throw's up and good as he adds to a good second half. Gives him 11 and a half. Make it 12 and 20 for the game for Worley. He's become their scoring leader here in the early going. Eckler up the far sideline, loses the handle, picks it up, gives it back to Doherty. They'll reset things. To Preston, he dribbles it off his foot. To Worley. Worley's going to head the other way. He's taking it to the glass. It won't go. The tip in by Starks, no good. He'll get his own rebound, put back. It won't go as well. But there's a whistle on the foul. So there go the Cats again on that offensive glass. Well, they've been very good the last 2 games. Starks will get 2 shots with 1:37 to play. The first one's good. Foul was on Lakota Preston, his 4th.
Again, Mark Twain got it down to within 5. Now it's double digits again.
Yep. As you said, you burn up all that energy trying to catch up, and you never get over the hump. And that's a common theme in these type of games is Stark makes both free throws, and the lead is 11. Down to 135. No point for Mark Twain to foul when they get on the defensive end. Eckler's going to fire one.
Oh, there's the point mark.
Pins. High arching three-pointer that pinned between the rim and the backboard. Man, you don't see that much from that far away.
No.
And we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll step aside as well. 1:28 to play in the game. 55-44, Bowling Green on top. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball on Eagle 102.
Crossroads General Store in Montgomery City is your home for BP Fuel and Champs Chicken. When you're heading out to support your favorite team, stop by and fill up the vehicle tank and your stomach. Crossroads General Store along Highway 19 in Montgomery City.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green. We've got something for everybody's budget. Everything from $1,000 all the way up to $35,000. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. If you're looking for a particular vehicle and you don't see it on the lot or the website, let me know, and I'll do my best to find it for you. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
55-44 our score. Bowling Green on top. Cody McCann calls a timeout. Let's see what his plan is here in this final minute 28 to try and cut into this 11-point lead. All 10 players in the backcourt. Mark Twain has the basketball. Or I should say in the front court, which would make sense, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Eckler gets it, hands it off to Spoonire on a double pick now on Worley. Spoonire can't find any space, but Worley falls down, and Spoonire will shoot the three. It's no good. Barton high for the rebound. His reverse layup's up and good. And here comes the full court pressure with 1:07 to play. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to foul at this juncture. You got to have steals. And there is nearly one. However, Worley's able to corral it, and he'll get it back to Dieters. And now they'll foul. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Let 10 to 12 seconds run off the clock. Spoonire with the foul. And Dieters will go back to the free throw line. Mark Twain over the 10 foul double bonus, so Dieters will get 2. First one's on its way and rattles around and rolls out.
Somebody yelled brick before he shot it.
It was anything but a brick. But it didn't go nonetheless. Second one's on the way. It spins around and rolls out as well. So the lead stays at 9. Spoonire open for three. It's swatted away by Worley on a three-pointer. He went high. As we told you, he's grown a little bit. He's 6'2" and 6'4" with the hair. And he's got some leaping skills as well. So Mark Twain will have it underneath their own basket after the block shot. They get it into Barton, right wing to Doherty. Now they're trying to get it to Eckler, down low to Spoonire on the block. Back to Doherty. He walked.
Yes, he did.
A little step back, but he slid everything to do that. So the turnover will give it back to Bowling Green with 38 ticks to play. And Lucas McLeod will come in for his first minutes. And Preston Eckler will take a seat. Let's see what Mark Twain's going to do. They're going to get it in and foul immediately. Well, I got to tell you, this is the part of the basketball game that drives me completely bonkers. This game's pretty much over with if you can't steal the ball.
You've already emptied your bench.
You're not going to catch up fouling. You're expecting Bowling Green to miss enough free throws to get back in the ball game. As Worley will get 2, and he says, thank you very much, as he misses the first.
And the student section for Mark Twain has started this late.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah.
And the second one is good. And we've got a whistle, and they're going to bring in a sub. That's Lucas McLeod returning for Doherty, I think. I'm not really sure what's going on.
They're going to send him back to the bench.
Did Doherty leave without clock running? I think that's what happened. You got to have a second tick off the clock. So Mark Twain gets it inbounds. The Ecklers bring it down. That's Connor. His shot's off the mark, no good, and goes out of bounds. 28 seconds left, and now they'll let Lucas McLeod come into the game. And I would say let's call the dogs off. It's getting close to bedtime, isn't it? You don't go to bed this early, do you?
I won't go to bed till tomorrow morning.
There you go. And there's another foul. Work that third shift. Good man. So we'll extend this game a little longer. As this time George Niemeyer is going to get to shoot a couple of free throws. Up by 10. First one's good. George has scored all his points in the second half. That's 6. He was in foul trouble in the first half. He'll get a second one. And it's good as well. So the lead back to 12. That matches the biggest lead of the game for Bowling Green, down to 20 seconds. Connor Ector with a 3. It's an air ball. Barton with the rebound. His putback won't go. The rebound's loose. Lucas McLeod with the rebound, and the freshman gets in the scorebook with a bucket. And they'll throw it ahead to Bowling Green, and they're going to be a good sport about it. Instead of shooting a wide-open layup, they're going to dribble it out, and that's going to do it for the ball game. The Bobcats from Bowling Green, 58. Mark Twain, 48. Halftime shows next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 Postgame Show is coming up, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Hi, everybody. This is Paul Hill from Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy. On behalf of the officers, directors, and staff, we would like to extend our holiday greetings. May the warmth and cheer of the holiday season keep you and your loved ones safe and healthy. We sincerely appreciate your business and friendship and look forward to serving you in the new year. Merry Christmas from Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown bank since 1887. Member FDIC.
If you are in the market for a car, whether you're looking for a new or used vehicle, make sure you visit Bowling Green Chevrolet. Their selection will surprise you with prices that can't be beat. Bowling Green Chevrolet is just off Highway 61 at the South Bowling Green exit. Once you get there, you'll see why Bowling Green Chevrolet is the #1 dealership in the area. Check it out for yourself. Bowling Green Chevrolet, where you'll always feel at home.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Welcome back to Bowling Green as we have both games in the books, and it's a victory for both Bowling Green clubs, boys and girls. In the men's game, a 58-48 win for the Bobcats. And Mark, after a bit of a slow start, the Bobcats came on in the final three quarters, and particularly in the second half, and took care of business with the Mark Twain Tigers.
Kind of a carbon copy of the first game, really. Bowling Green, the girls had a strong second half. Boys do the same. Mark Twain would make some runs, get within 5, but Bowling Green would always shut that door before the Tigers could go through it.
Yeah, they sure did, and went to the free throw line a bunch and actually weren't too bad from the free throw line. They were able to put the game away there. And let's tell you about the scoring real quick. For Mark Twain, they only had, actually they ended up having 5 guys score, but 2 their big two did most of the damage, as Preston Eckler finished with 25 and Jace Barton with 18. 2 for Dakota Preston, 2 for Lucas McLeod, and 1 for Caleb Peters. They were 11 for 21 from the free throw line. Took care of the ball pretty well. They only turned it over 9 times. They led by 6. That was in the first half. They never led in the second half. For the Cats, they were led by Cameron Worley again tonight. He had 21, 12 for Michael Starks, 7 for Gavin Dieters, as well as George Niemeyer with 7, 6 for Austin Callahan, 3 for Matt McDaniel, and 2 for Charlie Bowen. The Cats were 19 for 28 from the free throw line. We talked about getting to the free throw line. On the girls' side, Bowling Green did a good job of it. They turned it over 10 times, so they took care of it as well. Their biggest lead of the night was 12, so they raised their record to 6-2 on the season. Mark Twain drops to 3-5, and that puts the first half, if you will, or the pre-Christmas part of Bowling Green's season in the books.
And they've got to be really happy on the guys' side. Coach Brandon McCann, to be at this point, to get the balanced attack, to have everyone contributing, it's got to be a good thing for him and make him feel pretty good getting into tournament season, as they've got Palmyra and then the Bowling Green tournament coming up just after Christmas break.
Well, yeah, and they've kind of found their way. They got into the championship game after losing the first game against I'm not going to say Hannibal's great, but they're not a bad ball club. I think that's a game that if they played it today, Bowling Green probably wins that ball game. But then they go down to Montgomery County and kind of get the ship straightened out, win a tough game against Clopton, and then get to the championship game after beating the number 1 seed in the second round. And then they played well since then. They've kind of found their footing, and their roles are starting to be very well defined. And, they've got to be going to the Christmas break pretty happy.
Yep, they just got to – I think the only concern is the ticky-tack fouls that they continue to pick up, getting into foul trouble, not just individually but as a team early in halves.
Right.
That's something that will have to be rectified, and I think that's a thing that Coach McCann and his staff can take care of pretty easily.
And, that's one of the things, the best team in the area on the boys' side the last 2 years has been Van Far, and that's what they're very good at, is not putting the other team on the line and getting to the line. And you may not think that means a whole lot, but when you start adding the score up at the end of the night, it certainly does. And so I think you're right. If they can get that side of the game, really that's really the only deficiency in the last 2 games that we've seen is getting into nobody really in a whole lot of foul trouble, although George Niemeyer had to sit a bit tonight. But as a general rule, the whole team has got 2, 3, and 4 fouls, and you just can't do that if you're going to win the big games.
58-48 our final. We'll take a quick break, set you up for the rest of the week here on KJFM after this on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
It's that special time of year when the snow starts to fall and you see the twinkle of lights decorating homes around town. During this holiday season, People's Bank & Trust wants to remind you to take time out from the hustle and bustle to cherish the moments you spend with your family and friends and remember the spirit of the season. From all of us at People's Bank & Trust, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. People's Bank & Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. At Ingram Plumbing, we're ready to meet all your plumbing needs. I should know. I'm Bonnie Ingram, and I've worked there for over 50 years. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Family Drug in Louisiana and the Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. If you're new in town, come get acquainted. If you're one of our regulars, thank you. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Family Drug, 3rd in Georgia in Louisiana, and the Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pam Todd Watts Realty, Quiver River Electric Cooperative, and All Parts.
58-48 our final here at Bowling Green High School tonight. Mark Twain, Jim Ross. Wrapping things up here from Bowling Green as the Bobcats get the sweep over Mark Twain tonight. Our final game before Christmas will be tomorrow, final games, as Silex hosts Van Far, and we'll be on a little bit later tomorrow, about a 7:15 pregame, because they've got 3 games going on in that gym.
Yeah, a little JV game to start with, just to tune everybody up, and then the varsity girls and the varsity guys. We wanted to tell you as well, remind you that the Bowling Green girls won in this sweep. They defeated Mark Twain in the first game of the night, 42-31. Well, Mark, it's been fun. If I don't see you before Christmas break, you and yours have a Merry Christmas.
And to you and yours as well. And I'm sure it'll be a fun time over at the old Ross house coming up next week. So 58-48, our final here in the guys game. And for everyone at Eagle 102, we'll see you at the morning show tomorrow and tomorrow night from Silex on KJFM.
You've been listening to high school basketball on KJFM Radio. Eagle 102 sports coverage of high school hoops was brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Bank of Louisiana, Calumet of Missouri, Eolia Landscaping Supply, Hankey Construction, Bowling Green Chevrolet, the Bib Beach Funeral Homes LLC and Collier Funeral Home, Cellular and Satellite Center, Bowling Green Tractor, Brown's Process